I don't fully know what the Sam Riegel moment is you're referring to. Just going in.
Where like he has like the Ranger shit, like the shirts and like the big.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I
yeah, I
put
do
on a
that.
hat and have like Christian's fucking face on it or something.
That would be so fun.
That would be great, and I need to do that now.
Could you imagine if I just fucking called it?
It'd be so flattering.
Right? No, unfortunately, best I have is this.
Woo! Terrifying.
There you go. There you go.
How well can you see out of that?
I can see you right now. I can see Allie's shoulder, and I can see Christian's face.
So 2 diagonal lines.
Yes, absolutely. 2 diagonal lines. This is not good eyesight.
So cute.
This is prey animal, but even then
Not
it's worse.
even, because like.
At least prey
You
animals
know,
can see like
dogs
back
have
to
almost
here and
360
around.
foot
Put
vision.
lipstick on with my piercing.
Prey animals can see a lot.
Yeah, they have like pretty good peripheral vision.
That is, you are like the opposite of a prey animal right now.
Yes.
Crow is a predator.
So predator.
Crow is a shit predator. See, this is why Crow can't aim. This is why Crow can't shoot with a gun for shit.
He has to look sideways.
Just like, hold up.
There's no.
Alright,
all of the positions are like this,
Yeah.
but it's not a style thing. It's
Yeah.
because they literally can't see unless they're looking at you like that.
If you look straight out, they can't see you.
It looks so cool when they go like this.
There we go.
Just trying to see.
Now I can see you.
I saw. Nice.
Thinking Mark.
I tried to watch.
Hi, welcome back to DC5.
Hey.
I am going to be your DM, Day Albright, and with me are my intrepid investigators. Say hi, intrepid investigators.
We're detectives now.
Deadbeat detective for
We're
one individual.
detectives now.
One of our detectives left. She just abandoned us, and we found some other random guy.
Don't worry about
And
it.
then there was a Yeah, dude, 5 references for being a good detective. 1, me. 2, me. 3, me. 4, 5, me. Adonis is a good detective. I'm telling you.
That's all. That's such a good reason.
Yeah.
I would like to say there's only one of us that actually was trained. Just saying. It wasn't Scarlet. It wasn't you.
Do you think it was you?
Yes, it was.
Do you think it was you?
Yes.
I'm a literal detective.
Christian. Hold on. What is the name of the thing?
I'm
What is
literally
the thing
a
called?
detective.
Mark of finding.
Cool. So you were born a vigilante? That's not training. That's a.
I was
birth?
because the house trains you actually. What the fuck is my character?
Oh wow.
I got so many.
You should join the police force and be an actual detective and not
Oh,
just a
actually,
PI.
I don't enjoy shitting on the general public.
So you're just a PI then?
Yeah,
It's not a
because
detective. That's like a private investigator. I'm a detective. Okay.
Christian really made sure that that bit was really cemented in my fucking head.
Yep. Made a short out of it.
Instagram
Only remember it if I know.
Instagram reel, TikTok. It happens.
Groups.
Fucking YouTube short. So, who can tell me what happened last time for a shiny little auto
a
success?
lot.
So many bunch of shit.
Okay, so
And yet the whole session took like maybe 10 minutes in canon.
yeah. So
We love combat.
we are outside of the weird kind of
Manor.
fucked up manor.
The thing.
The weirdo's house.
And the detective
Damn right.
is in there talking to Mr.
Underline that in your
Buchanan, being all honey and stuff. Gets taken back to the kitchen, I believe,
Yeah.
and is like still talking to him.
There's a lot of yapping.
A lot of yapping, and then we're like, all right, let's get in there, sneak in around the weird servant, whatever his name was.
Francisco.
Francisco, yeah. Get in around Francisco, and Adonis, fucks with the handle, so we totally did
But
not.
you did the arcane
I
lock?
love Doom Jazz.
Yes, I broke the locks, and then he just kind of stuck the handle in there because we totally didn't break it, so Francisco can think that he broke it. We get in, we find the missing detectives, we get them down one by one, and then Howard realizes something fishy's going
because
on.
Francisco came back.
Because Francisco came in and was like, hey, because you tried to be like, yeah, I was just...
I'm fine, you time.
Yeah, wow. Poorly. So they started fighting. He went,
Should
ooh,
go left.
that's
Fucking
suspicious.
tough crowd.
He sent the dragon to go send word to the police. Big old fight ensued. I went temporarily deaf.
That's right.
But we did get all of the detectives out.
You also went temporarily unconscious.
I did go
Yeah.
temporarily unconscious. I did almost die.
But you came back.
I came
Yes,
back.
you
It got better.
You
I
got
got
better.
better. Got better. Did you die? Yes. But I lived.
Sadly.
Yes. And then we beat Howard within an inch of his life. And you are chilling with him. You are stealing shit from his manor.
Detecting.
Detecting.
Detecting. You're detecting before the police get there.
There you go.
I'm comforting
There
my
you go.
Yes, and I am taking them, all of the detectives that we found, to the hospital.
Understandable.
Yes.
You may keep this or give this to someone else.
I am also with you, taking my friend.
Yes.
Yes,
I'll
this
give you
person
turn.
that
All I
the,
need is
detec-
a night's rest.
the person
Exactly.
that
Mission
you
day
don't
hours.
know still.
Yeah, no, because our original, detective
Yeah.
person that
Game
was supposed to
wise,
join
did
us
you-
on this job suddenly left, and
And I
then
saw the
some
rest,
random
but you
guy
guys-
joined up with us for some reason
It stuck around.
and stuck around.
I like to think
On reference from
she's a
Adonis.
bad changeling, dude. Like, she's not a good changeling.
You
Yeah.
keep the same hair color.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll take me
my
too long
MO.
to figure it out.
To be fair, that's
No,
what
no,
a lot of
because-
changelings do. They will keep like one affectation where
Because
it's just
that
like,
is
cool.
the thing, is like, Ruby knows Colt.
Yeah.
And has now met two others.
Yep.
How quickly is Colt gonna slip up?
Slice.
Yes, yes.
Jump on.
Yes. You know Hannah and also Slice. And also Colt.
Hannah slicing Colt.
Hannah, aka
Uh.
Scarlet.
She showed up basically as Hannah this in the morning.
Good
Ah.
point.
Yeah.
There, thank you. I thought so.
You showed up as Miley Cyrus instead of Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't realize
That's
it.
as ludicrous as the changes that are actually happening, though.
As we zoom back in on the field, I think it is best that we zoom in onto the weird ass manor and focus on Chase and Adonis. As you guys are
That's you.
going into the house, you said you are investigating. What are you doing, Molly?
I mean, I don't actually think there's too much valuable here. Like you said, like this place is pretty dilapidated. Was the exact adjective.
Yep.
So I actually am looking for Ruby found an amazing journal at
Yeah.
Howard's place. So
Yeah.
like, I'm looking to see if like Macedon left a journal.
Yeah.
If you want, you can roll an investigation check on that one.
I don't need to
Chase.
find if there is particularly a lot of money here or where did the money go.
Well, we know that's okay. We know that's what I'm actually looking for, but like,
Fair.
Okay,
you know
well, I
what I
don't want
mean?
to say
Yeah,
it, but
But yeah, you know what I mean. I'll do the.
I'm
I'll do
trying
the-
to keep up the facade. I'm trying to get rich. Also, roll me an investigation on that.
Woo! Oh, okay. Acceptable money.
I got 15.
15.
A nasty 20.
Filthy little 20.
Yeah, don't say that again.
Dirty, disgusting little
Disgusting.
naughty D20.
A whorish 20.
20 cents and work done.
I don't know if I'm uncomfortable or comfortable.
I don't know if I'm right at home or if it's a trauma response.
So, starting with that 15, which rooms are you trying to investigate? Like, there is an area that is a bedroom, there is an area that seems to be a study. It's dusty as fuck.
Okay, well, just it being dusty kind of lets me know that it's not.
There is, like,
Um,
tracks in there, but you can tell on, like, tops of shelves. Like, it's...
yeah, so I mean, the study might be a good place to start, and like,
Yeah. I'm in
if-
earshot of you, but I would think upstairs.
yeah, but if there's any shelves that are like, with a 15, if I could see that are like less dusty that have been moved, if like the desk looks like it's actually been used, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do the standard papers on top of it, try all the drawers, look for false bottoms, you know what I mean?
Yeah. With that 15, you are able to look into the desk, figure out if there is a false bottom. Sure enough, there is. There is a lot of papers on it. But what's on the papers is, like, something you can't quite recognize as a language.
I'll scoop those up.
Yeah.
I'll scoop those up.
You don't say.
And then looking in some of the drawers, you do notice a false bottom. This one is very hastily written, but it does talk about Howard and his experience here at the manor and what he's been
These
having
are written
to
by
do.
Howard.
Yes, these are written from Howard's point of view.
Nice.
Howie.
He's Howie. As Howard has talked about, like, having to get some work done, having to get some, like, lesser restorations cast on him in order to fix his condition. He's also had to use a little bit of, like, disguise self to make sure he didn't look terrible outside of, like, you know, his fucked upness.
Yeah.
He does mention getting new members for the band in order to provide some ambiance for the manor. You can kind of sense that there is definitely the delusion still standing in there. When it first started out, it was like hastily written, but eventually it just starts to like calm down a bit in some of the scribblings. Only a brief mention of Maestro Don. Just at the beginning, just saying he gave him the keys to the place. And then eventually it talks about like Francisco having the keys to the place, where it's kind of like the stories don't match up at some point once it starts to like solidify in the writing. But you do find what looks to be a couple of pieces of jewelry that have been, for lack of a better term, excavated of their jewels. Like, it's a pendant, and it's still like a nice silver pendant, yeah, but it's like, there were gems in there that have been like pried out, essentially.
I'll just write down silver necklace.
Yeah. Silver necklace, a couple of
Maybe
gold rings, yeah.
No jewels.
Yeah. With that atrocious 20, which room are you trying to investigate? You looking for like dining room, study, bedroom, lounge?
Dining room. You're already in the study. Oh, I guess I'm thinking like an office. Like where would records or a safe kind of be? Is where I'm.
Records potentially.
Or a safe would might be in the bedroom.
Yeah, safe would probably be in the
I'm in the study
bedroom.
with the record, so you could come
Yeah.
Oh,
help
we're
me
already
with
in
that
there.
20, right? You could go through it again, maybe find out what those papers. But if you want a safe, I'd put that in a bedroom or closet.
Yeah.
Then probably bedroom then.
Alright, cool. Sure enough, going into the bedroom, this room does seem to be, it has a little bit more foot traffic just based on like what's sort of indented into like the carpet, essentially. But you can tell that while the bed has been used, some of the drawers have been used, a lot of this is still kind of dusty around, like almost somebody has tunnel vision going in and almost trying to fulfill a routine going. You go in to like try to find like a safe or a lockbox or something like that, and you do end up finding one in like the armoire. I think that's the wardrobe essentially.
Yeah.
Opening it up, and you do see like hidden in the back is this like small little safe with a lock onto it.
Hey Donnie, I got something over here.
I assume you shout out into the hallway.
Yeah.
Ye-
Hey yo, Don! Hey yo!
Donnie!
Yeah, I would walk over.
I can break this open maybe.
I mean, give it a shot. I'm probably not going to be no better than you are. I'm actually not proficient in thieves' tools, so.
Oh yeah,
I can use my dex, but I'm actually not very good at it.
No, I actually do got thieves tools. I was gonna go violently, but that also works. Let me try the thieves tools first.
Alright, so I'm gonna need you for leverage. I'm gonna take this crowbar and then this pair of thieves' tools, and we're gonna try to like weasel it in. You could just use the thieves' tool on the lock. Oh yeah!
I was gonna use Shadow or Thunderwave.
Fair.
Jesus!
Fuck this
I got an idea. You just see from the outside a whole wall is taken out.
Fucking reverse
Just a
mending.
gun.
I cast gun.
No, it's,
I cast beam bomb. Fuck your life.
Actually, you would cast a bullet, not gun.
that's a wizard.
Throws gun at you.
I cast iron. Bonk.
Bonk.
Yeah, let me try to take it for a
I
second.
cast bonk. Honage.
Oniji.
You guys don't get that. It wasn't filmed.
We love inside jokes. So you were using thieves' tools to try to unlock it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Way to go.
Yee. Dex plus proficiency in thieves' tools.
Okay. We're not looking too bad.
Could I give it a help action?
Yeah, that'll allow it. You do have time to do this as well, so it's also just kind of...
Roll with advantage. I'll
Yeah,
help you
okay.
out.
Oh my gosh.
The one.
No,
Or something.
the pig goes counterclockwise. No.
Okay, you're messing me up. That was
the worst
a
bardic inspiration.
19.
19?
Yes.
Yep, that is good enough to actually open up
Oh
this
hell
lock.
yeah, we need to die.
This one doesn't seem to have that arcane lock
Thank
on it,
God.
this one.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
Fail.
Because you can probably assume that it probably takes them hard enough time to get through the doors. That's kind of like anything in here is
That's
probably
true.
already decently secure, outside of one thing of importance being the
And
fucking
it's hidden,
birdcage.
right?
Yeah. And with a 19, you like pop open the lock and you open up inside, and it just seems to be void inside.
Pocket dimension?
Money. I'm gonna
Good
reach in
thing
and
you
try
didn't
Money.
break it.
Reach
Money.
in, you pull out just like this burlap sack, and it
Oh,
feels
in my
kind of
eyes.
empty.
In my eyes.
Just the fucking dollar size.
Yeah.
I give it to you, I'm like, count half, and I go ahead and take another.
Jewels.
Jewels? Yeah, right.
Pulling out what looks to be just a cup, just of handfuls of jewels, things that look like they could fit in parts of the
Yeah.
necklace or the ring. But they seem to have been like almost tossed, like not tossed aside. It's more just like, okay, these are like really tiny.
I'm
Okay.
not John.
Incriminating evidence.
Yeah.
We being real vague here, but you know what? Pull out a fucking journal.
Forensics
Cool.
ain't
Because
shit
my next
from us.
thing is just turn it upside down and see if stuff does come out. If it's like
Stuff
a portable,
does come out.
Oh, if it's a portable hole or a
Yeah.
true
It's-
pocket dimension.
I did portable.
The safe of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying like a bad one, like you gotta be specific, but.
He should have said nothing. You know, they would have said
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
happens. You know what I mean?
No, I love it.
Because you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
turn it inside out with fucking metal, so it's just kind of like shake, 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 shake.
Your body.
So many.
You find the last band.
There do seem to be a couple of like skulls
Shit,
and
yeah.
bones that end up dropping out.
We'll
clean
in
that regard.
To the detective later.
But you do like a couple extra papers fall out. What looks to be a journal.
Walk out and throw a skull at me. There you go.
Yeah, evidence of something, I don't know.
A couple more like articles of clothing that are just like bloodstained.
Oh,
Cool. Yeah. Do you take a look at the journal or anything?
Yeah,
like
we might
that,
as
or-
well.
I was gonna say, are you just like taking all the valuables and just like, for the detective?
Yeah, dude, like I want to, but like I'm not.
What is this, evidence? Get off my dick!
It's gonna be. We're gonna do it just to rub it in their faces. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Oh, you
like.
can be detective.
So, what I found out,
Yeah.
I look at him like, Donnie, we could retire.
So,
Yeah, look at
opening up the journal and trying to read what's going on, it's that same fucked up writing that you found on top of the desk.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, to the point that you can
Oh.
recognize some symbols that go across
Gotcha.
each of the pages, but you can't make out what it is.
Cool.
You speak this language or something?
Not me.
Oh, let's go back to the
Okay.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. We have some pretty good ones
Oh
over
my
here.
gosh.
What did you find out? What do you got?
Oh, I got more of these papers that look the same.
Okay.
I found some jewelry that doesn't have jewels. That's why I thought there might be jewels in there.
So these jewels maybe?
And then that's it. You know what I mean? The papers talked about Mastodon, but no concrete exact. It seems that
Yeah.
there's either illusionary script that we can't read this, or it's in another language.
Alright, well then pretty
I
good.
was gonna say, what
detective.
languages can you speak?
Just Goblin.
Just
Uh,
Common and Goblin?
Yeah, Common and Goblin.
Sylvan.
Sylvan? Cool.
Goblin and Goblin.
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 Goblin and Goblin, LLC.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm barely proficient in Common, okay?
Let's be real. It was hard.
I don't know how I did it.
As do you guys head back downstairs?
So I wrote down gold sack and small jewels, just so you know. But you know what I mean. I'd give you whatever you wanted. You know what I mean. I'm even gonna give some to them. I'm not that stingy. You know what I mean. I'm not stingy. You know what I
That's
mean.
sweet
Yeah.
of you.
Like I'm sure I'll keep more.
Right.
But like. I also think of it like this, like if you mention to the other members of the group, like, oh yeah, we found this gold, and they come to me and like, hey, where's my share? That doesn't benefit me, right?
Yeah.
So like, in a benefit's like, oh, it's like I do gotta share this, right? Like,
Yeah.
The kid. Oh, mom's gonna force me to share. You
Yeah.
know?
It's like a 40, 15, 15, 15, 15 split, but
yeah. So I just
You're
share.
gonna think that I'm trustworthy.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I took that. I think I took just like crease cut where you go reach in as much as you can grab. That's kind of it, but like it's not going to be that
Yeah.
much actually. So. Well, I think we'll tell the other detectives that we did pretty good work over here. Like I just scoop everything up, yeah.
And like as we're walking out, I'm like, so everyone is talking about their detectives, right? And like I stopped and I was like, investigator.
I don't
Franklin.
like
Huh?
investigator, but
Right? That's kind of a nice ring to it.
Open my set of dress.
Like I said, barely proficient in common. He doesn't know the difference.
I just love it.
And we will pivot away from our two investigators, and we will pivot to Detective Carouse. Currently standing, sitting. What are you doing with this poor bastard who is face first on the doormat?
I'm just
Probably crying.
I'm slumped against a wall, you know, sitting, leaning like on the ground, just kind of like a. Because I'm pretty sure last time he like melted my arm a little bit,
Ooh.
A little bit of that rusting touch.
a little bit of that. So I'm just like,
How's your skin too?
I'm just staring like, fuck you, Howard.
Fucking Howard.
Fucking hell.
Of course, got like a half finished cigarette just hanging out of my mouth as I'm just staring at him, making sure he doesn't go anywhere, waiting for the paddy wagon essentially.
Yeah. He's not putting up a fight. He's
Better
not
not be.
moving. Every once in a while, it's just like a stirring of just like a groan, but he's not fighting at this point.
And I'm not getting close to him. He's gonna touch me again with his rotten arm. I don't need that. Yeah, so that I don't need that happening. So I'm perfectly content sitting away from him with my lantern, and I can shoot Eldritch Blast him if he does try some shit.
Don't move. I got a piece.
Don't do it. I'll do
Is it like an actual like lantern for lighting, or is it like the oil lamp that you'd see from like genies?
It is specifically an ornate lantern, not
Okay.
not an oil lamp.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I hold it like a
Yeah.
night watchman.
Yeah.
It shoots people.
It shoots people.
It shoots people when I want to.
What is this?
Pretty
murder
lanterns
weapon?
luck.
Oh,
Is this
God.
a murder weapon? It is.
L plus ratio plus shoots you with my lantern.
Plus sold my soul.
Given like 5 minutes, you see your little buddy Jericho flying back, and behind is a carriage full of like Sharn Watch
Yep.
showing up. Seems to be like maybe only 4 people involved.
I walk out the house and walk back in. Nope.
Crazy.
As Jericho finally comes back into like eyesight with like the carriage behind, it's just like, I brought the cavalry, boss.
I love Jericho's
I know you
like
would.
deep voice.
This tiny little cat-sized dragon that's just kind of like, hello, I like sketches, and just like, we did good work today, partner.
Mind giving me some stretches?
If I may be so humble to ask, can I get a little bit of milk? Just to like sippy
In my bowl.
in my bowl.
Who's the catnip on there? He dragon.
Dragon nip.
Remember catnip.
Sprung a little crack cocaine on my kibble.
Jody Beth.
Excuse me, my good sir. Can I particularly ask you for some opium?
Do you have coke?
My good sir, uppies?
You can fly. I want uppies.
That's not what
Honestly, if I had wings, I would still probably ask for uppies.
Of course.
He likes to be tall.
I want uppies.
Are you a coward? Then uppies. Thank you.
Don't worry, I won't sting you. I'm house trained.
Dragon dangle test.
Is your pseudo dragon smart? Put him up against the wall and see if his paws go out or it just
I need
fold
to try
in.
that with Rosie.
So yeah, Jericho flies up and as a couple of like Sharn Watch follow in behind. These guys are one of them seemed to be like a lieutenant of the Watch, the other one seemed to be just some like rookies, essentially the equivalent of like beat cops.
Yeah.
They come up to you. The lieutenant is a taller Goliath woman, and she goes, "Everything going all right here, Detective? Your partner informed us there was a fight happening."
Yeah, the disappearances are rescued, solved. That guy's Howard. My brain's a little funny right now.
Yeah.
Dunin, I think is his name.
Yeah,
Lieutenant.
a member of the 60.
Sure. Yeah, he's got an
Fucking-
arm that'll rot you from the inside out, or I think it may be rusting or corroding. I'm not a scientist. He got me pretty good though.
Ooh.
So
You
be
need
careful.
medical attention.
I'll be fine. I just gotta sleep it off. But you should just be careful apprehending, because he might rust you from the inside out. I think it's rusting. I don't know if it works if I'm not metal or something. If any of your boys are metal, make sure they're aware.
Nobody on the watch in this little carriage seems to be a warforged, so in that regard, none of that. But the
That's good.
warning is heeded.
It's good.
And like the rookies were like getting out manacles, and then you start saying that it's like he rusts things. It's just kind of like, hey, we got any rope? Shit, hold up. As I have to like go into the wagon and double check, just kind of like,
Yep.
it's, like there is a little bit of rope in there, but it's kind of like unconventional, but okay. As sure enough, they start.
That's somebody's personal rope that they brought.
I knew it. I knew I'd need this rope one day.
I got it in my explorer's pack. I'm ready.
And then he immediately rusts it and he goes, "Son of a bitch. My rope."
And as the watch comes over and like apprehends him, ties him up, they are careful to like not touch the fucked up arm. And as the rookies are handling that, the lieutenant just goes, "Okay, so why is one of Sharn's nobility, lack of a better word, fucked up?"
Way that he tells it, because I managed to get a conversation out of him before all this went down, he went out on a nightly bender and then fell asleep, and when he woke up, he had this rash that has progressed to what you see now. He's also been sticking dragon shards in the damn thing, as you can clearly see. I believe he is suffering from a delusional state. Either his mental state has deteriorated to the point where he has lost sense of self and consciousness with the reality, or possibly outside sources, depending on how deep it goes into him. Of course, I didn't have a way to track and see if there's outside influences, but you'll see there's another body in there. It's like a warforged, but covered in flesh. You'll know when you see it. I know. I had the same feeling. Awful. There's possibly another one in the back near the kitchen area. He believed that they were halflings and like members of the other Dragonmark houses. Clearly they're not.
There's a big difference. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So he was convinced that. He also believed that the dragon shards he was sticking in himself were just acupuncture therapy.
Fucking intense acupuncture.
Yeah, and the three people that he kidnapped and held hostage were, in his mind, hired to play music when in fact they were held against their will, and they're going to need some medical attention. Their vocal cords and possibly interior were replaced with metallic instruments. Hey, you doing this? I lived this fucking experience.
Yeah, no,
I don't get the option to throw my hands up.
Sorry, just caught off guard. Sure, kidnapping. All right.
How do you think I felt when he
Yeah,
said, "Let's play
interior
some music,"
work.
and he fucking put down a cage of 3 individuals? Just,
All right, where are the victims? I'll get Jarasco in order to help take care of them. Fucking have to get Medani over here in order to try to figure this out.
What's he going?
Where are the victims? Clock wipe.
I didn't put him anywhere.
You knew I grabbed the keys for the Sky Coach. Did I?
My associates are handling them.
Associates. You got other detectives on the case?
No.
Outside contractors.
You got other detectives? We're like the
You just
detective.
get
No.
any gold.
Yes.
Okay, so who are your associates in that regard?
I'd like to think on cue we walk out.
Probably at about this time. You guys are probably
waiting
seeing
around the corner. They're like,
coming down the
Yes.
staircase at this point, probably in order to go talk to.
The most like
Detective
elegant,
Bruce.
like walking
Yeah.
down the stairs.
You have somehow come out in
Very
like those
beautiful.
silken robes with like the
Yeah.
fluffy collars going down.
clearly looted from the
It's,
closet.
imagine how like Megamind would enter. Just
Yes.
Presentation. Yeah.
Presentation. Someone has a boom box that hasn't been
Yeah,
meant to
dude,
get.
Lieutenant, recognized notorious criminal Adonis.
I am not notorious.
I've never heard of this man.
Exactly.
Says you're not notorious.
Yeah.
Still upset
Okay, like-
we haven't heard
well,
of you.
I don't know.
Over Adonis
Well,
and be like,
I am Detective
Lieutenant
Carusa's
Also detective.
associate on this case. You know, civilian. I always like to make sure my neighborhoods are well taken care of. It's almost like a neighborhood watch, if you will. A member hired by Ferris Finders, just doing my part to help clean up the streets, as it were.
You
Good
got
job,
paperwork for Ferris Finders?
Yes, you do.
Oh shit, fair enough, you do. Yeah, alright. Well, you get roped in with the Finders Guild.
Just a mutual helping.
Alright. So,
a little cash on the side,
fair enough. And, investigating anything else in there you found?
Nothing that's pretty wrapped up.
Nothing that's relevant.
I think it's relevant.
Oh, we
Yeah,
found
we
stuff.
took a look at the crystal that was
Don't worry about it.
apparently doing some form of mind control on our 3 victims, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, my ability with the arcane is not up to par with maybe someone of the watch as yourself.
Yeah, some sort of arcana tech.
You know, so we didn't unfortunately find too much. We're mostly developed in people skills, as it
Very
were. We
much
find
so.
people. We don't, understand the arcane.
Character, person, that sort of thing.
Yeah, not everyone's from Mondaire. Alright. Take care of yourselves then. I'll get some of the other folks at the watch in order to take care of everything and
Figure out what the fuck to do with this guy.
No,
he just motions to the Howard, who has been roped up and is now being hefted essentially by 2 of the rookies and just putting him into the carriage.
Gotcha. You said we've already leveled up, right? We have.
Yes,
any
you've
spells?
already leveled up.
You have no spells. I lean down and look at young Howie, and so I know technically most of the time, sometimes with mental spells, they can choose to fail it.
Mhm.
So I would like to basically look him in the eye and just be like, "Now, Howard, we've already beaten you almost to a pulp. So for right now, I suggest," and I tap him on the forehead.
Mhm.
I will suggest you behave yourself.
Alright.
Now it is a wisdom 14, but I would like to think you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can kill him.
I
Right.
have one more command spell.
Yeah. But this will be for the next 8 hours.
Defecate.
It is concentration up
Right.
to 8 hours. So if he fails it, he does have to, in quotes, behave himself
Mhm.
for the next 8 hours as long as I'm concentrating on
Fair enough. He did fail,
it. Okay.
and you just say behave
Behave yourself.
himself.
Yeah.
It's like,
The
thing,
suggested
Alex.
course of action can continue for the entire duration. If the suggested activity is completed, it ends. But this doesn't really have an end point.
yeah, no, there's no
Um,
specified endpoint. So for the next however
And of course,
long you're
if
concentrating.
Of course, if he's damaged, it ends. By
Right.
me or my friends.
Mhm.
And I have to be concentrated. So.
Yeah. So you essentially just say, "I suggest you behave yourself," and he just goes, "Sure thing, officer."
Officer. I think
You just keep getting promoted.
I think a new career path has been in the works for me for a little
It
bit.
starts with the shoes.
You like him?
Good.
You like him?
You're
You like
looking
him?
good.
Thank
You're
you.
looking good.
As
We'll work
the,
our way up.
as the fucking this is where it is happening. The lieutenant is just kind of like, "Detective, I will trust that you and your associates will have a good day and leave the rest to the Shorn Watch."
Thank you. Oh,
I'll leave the red tape to you, Lieutenant.
Sure thing. All right, off you get.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good day.
As Lieutenant actually enters and starts to investigate the rest of the house, as you three
So it's a real
leave
investigation.
outside. And we are going to clock wipe over to the Sky Coach, currently flying over to find the nearest Jurassico House of Healing. They're scattered around the city. You're able to find at least 2 or 3 in every district. You find one relatively close by. Are you making haste in this regard? You just going as quick? Cool. All right. You pull in right up next to right up next to the House of Healing. As you and Splice currently.
Yup.
What do you do with the unconscious detectives? Is someone going in order to request help, or are you trying to drag them off?
I'm gonna pick up. Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and carry my friend inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the human one.
Mm-hmm. Callum?
Callum.
If I had a nickel for every count.
4.
It's
always
always
count.
Always count.
And then try to take them in as well as yell for, hey, can we get some help over here?
Hey, I got an idea. Let's play help.
Get help.
Get help.
Get help. No!
Yeah, you essentially just start carrying Detective Callum with you. You shuffle into the door and you yell, "Someone get help!" As there are multiple Jurassico halflings that are at this hospital, just what the hell happened? As multiple attendants actually come over to try to help these guys.
Okay.
And one of the nurses essentially turns to you, just "What? Oh my God, what happened? What happened? Any medical ideas? What's going on?"
Fantastic question. Would love
What
to
the
answer.
fuck's with his throat?
That's a question you're
Fantastic.
answering.
So definitely dehydration, starvation, exhaustion. I don't know what's going on with that.
It was a milk. He needs some milk. He needs
So
some
we got 3
milk.
of them.
All right. As they essentially start shouting out orders and medical jargon to everybody, I know I would do a disservice, so I'm not saying any of it.
Get this boss some milk! That's an exact medical
As they are bringing in the other bodies, and anything else you guys are doing as they are bringing in the detectives.
I mean, if they're taken care of, I've done my job. Do you have any emotional?
I think.
Once they're healed up, we'll probably talk.
Yeah. Splice is going to put her down and just be like, all right, blood type AB positive. She does have a history of asthma. She
What do you want to do every time?
For a heartbeat? Huh?
yeah.
I do that every day.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
My
She did break her leg once when she was 5 years old. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything.
No,
Okay.
no, thank you.
Just gonna start prattling off, all of her medical history.
Splice, I think.
She had a cold one time when she was 12.
Splice.
Okay, that's probably worn off
Slice.
since now, but
I don't know. Is that important? Is that important that she had a cold before?
we appreciate that. I will grab a form for
At
you.
one point, she did have a poison ivy thing on her
We
hands.
will grab a form for you in order to fill out
This is what
all
it's like.
previous medical history, and we will get right on that.
Okay.
As they just try to take Shariza away.
Okay.
Are you allowing it?
You be careful. You be careful.
I'm gonna grab
Support the head.
wrists, be like, okay. It's
Okay.
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 Gotta let them work.
Careful.
They will be
Down.
Careful.
Splice, hey,
Careful.
bud, they will be very careful. They're gonna be very careful. This is their job to take care of her. It's okay.
That's phone.
I know, right?
Chad, is this you're being
I'm
at
just
work? Trying to escape work.
God.
Trying to escape real life, and here it is.
Kind of up to you to make connections in your head. You know why Hannah was hired for this job, seeing that they were
Yeah,
close
friends.
to Shariza specifically.
Yeah, I'm like, do
She's a bad changeling.
you know a Hannah? She's a singer.
What's
Goes by Scarlett.
I know.
Play dumb. Who's Morales? Not that dumb.
Just say no.
I mean, I know plenty of people in the town. You have to be a little more specific about that.
Right. Well, she.
I get around, so I need more information.
Right. She's the one supposed to be working this job with us.
Right? Yeah. She told. Right.
Right. Yeah. She got hired because of her connection to the detective.
Interesting. Right. So, you're
Oh,
talking Hannah. Yeah, we were all three of us. We're all friends. That's way back in the day.
All right. Yeah. And changelings are pretty like common.
Oh, changelings exist. Yeah,
like,
changelings
there's a
are
whole
common
changeling
knowledge.
guild.
Mm-hmm.
You-
Like okay.
Like, whether or not people know about the crime syndicate of changelings is
That's
a
fair.
different question.
That's fair.
However, changelings are just a normal type
Yeah.
of people that exist within
They're
shards.
just people.
Yeah.
No, she
Yeah,
She
we were
was-
all good friends. Back
yeah,
then.
she was supposed to be working
There
this
are-
job with us for her friend.
Right.
Like,
And
there
then
is a, like,
disappeared
changeling
right before
counselor,
you
essentially.
Showed up.
Wow. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you go talk? You should
You
go
guys
talk.
related, or are you guys just friends?
Me?
Yeah, you and
We're
Hannah.
friends. No, we're just friends. We've been friends. We go way back.
Yeah, you hair natural.
What?
Is this name for hair color?
What? My hair?
Yeah.
It's from Box.
Okay, so you guys just dye your hair the same colors?
I don't know about her. I dye my hair. Hers could be natural. I had never asked. Honestly, we're not. Okay, we're not like. Okay, calm down.
All right.
I don't know if her hair's natural or not.
All right.
That's a very weird way to ask if the current match the right. I don't want to talk about it.
I didn't ask that.
That's crazy. Anyway. I have somewhere to be, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
I'm getting a phone call.
Just give
Oh,
Hannah
what
my-
is that? Hannah calling? That's crazy. And this place is gonna walk in.
I was gonna just like give Hannah my information so I can let her know the job's done.
Mhm.
Be like, oh man, that's crazy. Oh, my phone's ringing. It's silent. Hello? And it's just.
You just pick up a random rock because you don't have a message stone.
Yeah, 100%.
This is a message stone.
Hello? It's Hannah. Yeah, she's talking. Yeah, Yeah, no, they found it. They're good. Yeah, they don't need you anymore. Yeah, I don't, it's crazy. Okay, bye. Yeah, I told her all about it.
All right. I'm assuming that was fully in character. You picked up a random ass rock.
Oh, it'd be way funnier if it was. Yeah, absolutely. That's hilarious.
I'm like, that's very clearly not a sending stone.
I told her all about it.
All right. Well, if you see her, give her my card. I'll
Okay.
fill her in on the rest of the finder stuff. You're a weird one.
You're weird.
All right.
Got it.
Just
Excellent.
gonna like
Perfect
pat him on the
defense.
shoulder.
Stronger than you look.
How could they argue?
This is great.
I'll see you around.
Anyway. Whatever. Bye. Fuck yeah, I'm so good at this. I've never had friends before except for Adonis. Yes. I did it.
Oh, is that what that was? That was you trying to be friends with Ruby?
Excellent.
Slice is doing great.
Yeah. They have one friend and it's Adonis, and I don't know if they're just really good at keeping secrets or if he's stupid, but we're best friends. Adonis doesn't know.
I think he just likes seeing you squirm.
And it's great, it works.
You know what I mean? Like it's just so
I feel like
unbothered.
Adonis would like knows but forgets.
No. I think
Like,
Adonis
he's
fully
fully
knows
aware.
and just doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, he's just like, you've done this to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's
no,
not
this
his
is-
secret
This
to
is all
tell.
on you,
Yeah.
Buckaroo.
It's not his
It
secret.
doesn't help that
To
when
tell.
Splice first showed up, you go, oh, I like the new look. And I'm like, shh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is okay.
I'm gonna throw
I like the new look.
Fuck.
Person that is not Hannah that I've met before this.
I think he probably thinks one of the identities is wanted. He doesn't probably know which one, or maybe it's several, but he's like, oh, clearly, like, you're hiding from someone. Like, one of the mafias want you. And so if he keeps you safe, it keeps me safe. Like, he's like, okay.
Alright.
Fair enough. Best friends.
Anything
Yeah.
you
There's
want to
other
do now?
reasons.
Do you want to fly back to the manor, try to meet up with everyone else, or head to Ferris
I
Finders,
should
or
probably head to Ferris Finders.
sure thing?
Like, job's done.
Cool.
Give me money.
Give me my knees.
I'm
Money.
also gonna go to Ferris Finders.
As Splice?
As
Or are you gonna randomly
Hannah.
show up?
As Hannah.
Excellent.
Her shift is done at work. It's been 2 hours. She's done. She can go home now.
Damn.
Yeah, just a real
Do you
quick.
still get the 4-hour minimum?
Absolutely. She's not at work. If you ask, she's not there. Obviously. It's fine. I'll also go to Ferris Finders.
So how does
We're both vaguely walking in the same direction. I realize that we're walking in the same direction, go a little faster, and then I go, this is a bad idea, and then I slow down and you keep going, and then I just go into an alleyway and then wait until you keep going, and then I'll come out and follow.
Do you use the Sky Coach? Do you walk?
a sky coach? You think I'm walking? I have a commandeered vehicle
You have a
that I can
common-
drive.
Yep.
It's like I have a car now.
Oh my god, I have a
I do have a car now.
I have a car now.
I
Could you
mean,
give me a
that's
ride
still
home?
kind of the cities, but okay.
Splice
Can
ass
you
Yeah.
give me a ride home?
yeah, sure. Where you live?
You're gonna drop me off on the corner of 4th and 5th, which is like 2 blocks away from Ferris Finders.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I thought of the same thing. That's not how streets work.
4th and
Pick a president.
3rd.
Nope.
And Harris.
Washington.
Yup, there you go.
There you go.
And
Just
Washington.
say Maine. Just say Maine.
4th and Maine!
There you go.
Which is again 2 blocks away from Ferris Finders.
One place that doesn't
Yeah,
exist
what's
in New
it?
York City.
So I'll just,
in Maine,
you know-
New York.
Is this like a
Not even
silent
fucking
car
Maine.
ride?
Unless you want to start a conversation.
Ruby's not starting conversation.
Yeah.
Ruby's just like, God, what a
Maine.
fucking day. We started this morning.
Yep.
Usually these things take longer.
Yep.
We're good.
I'm
You're
tired.
just so
Yep.
good at being a detective.
So I'm gonna
Right.
drop them off at 4th and Main,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the hell Maine means.
It's
like
spelled like mane of
Maine.
a horse.
You
M-A-N-E.
circle
Yeah.
4 times looking for a main street, but you just can't find it. Then you
You're like, just drop me off here. It's
here,
fine.
here works.
Anywhere.
This is close
Yeah.
enough.
You know, Maine, short for Manticore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Obviously.
drop them up there, go down to Ferris Finders. I'm sure everybody else will join soon enough.
Which is probably a good way to transition to like, what are you 3 doing now?
I'm going to get paid.
Yeah, go back to Ferris.
Go back to Ferris. I'm getting paid.
Grabbing a Sky Coach?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
You wanna
Another
walk?
one.
You wanna walk after
Oh,
that?
I'm tired.
Broken
I'm
body ass.
easy.
You wanna
You
walk?
guys,
Broken
you guys
body.
roll up and you see Hannah walking, putting on
Body
lipstick.
pillows.
I'll pay. I'll pay for it this time.
Do you- Do either of you mention the weird writing in the
No,
journals?
I do not.
Awesome.
And I have all the
Yeah.
papers with me.
Yes,
How
you
kind
do.
of you to join
If
us.
you don't,
Oh,
I
hi,
would you
hello.
You missed the action.
No, yeah, my friend told me all about it.
You frick. Wait, Hannah. You missed the whole thing.
No, I
Wait, I saw them there. What are you talking about?
Cool. So, I know we had contracts, but
Mm-hmm.
do we want to renegotiate? Because I feel like Splice should get paid. I mean, Hannah wasn't here.
Yeah. So just real quick, you want to look back to the no, I didn't miss anything.
No, yeah. Splice is a good friend of mine. He told me all about it.
When?
Earlier. About 15 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago? 30 minutes ago. However long it was.
Wasn't this place with you?
Yeah, I just dropped them off like 10 minutes ago.
Mm.
Yeah, he called me.
Oh.
Called you.
Called me and told me all about it.
Yeah.
Sky Coaches are fast.
It's crazy how that works.
Something suspicious.
Yeah, I took a break at work to come over here.
Not to say that I'm a pretty
So
good
fun.
detective now, but I have done some detective
Yeah.
work and I'm detecting something over here.
Well, good job. You were a detective. Congratulations. I need to talk to this guy so I can go back to work. I'm on my lunch break, my 30-minute lunch break. Thank you, Donnie. He's my manager.
Don't you work at prop?
All kinds of promotions today, huh? Now let's go get the real one.
Yeah, okay.
Just gonna walk inside,
Yep.
front desk.
As
Where
you
you
walk
Lily
inside,
pad.
Your girl's still there.
Her name starts with an L because my pet name for her is Lily Pad.
Yeah, I was like, I remember.
Linda.
Yep.
Linda.
Oh, look, it's Adonis, my dog drinking water.
Yep. As you
dog
walk into the
I always hated this
Alright,
As you walk back into Ferris Finders, Linda is at the front desk. She's like, "Oh, hello there.
Always watching, guys.
Always watching.
2 times in one day, somehow I'm just the luckiest man in the world.
I must say, you are such a flatterer. They couldn't get enough of me. Anything I can help you with?
Anything. Sorry.
Talk to Mr. Ferris.
Sure thing. He should still be in his office. He just got back from doing some investigations of his own.
Nice.
Still a working man on the street.
Yes.
I don't think he's working specifically on the streets.
He mind if we just
Not with us,
head
at
up?
least.
Yes. Like I said, just down the hallway, second door on the left.
Same place
Thank you
last
very
year.
much.
You're very welcome.
There we go.
Yep. Walk right into his office.
Yeah.
Walk right, just
I take my rightful place on the edge of the desk.
I go to
You guys
Sandwiches?
walk into his office. This looks like a
Hello.
man who has just done like a heavy investigation himself. Like trench coat off onto the coat rack, kind of sweating a little bit. Just
It's like just inhaling a cigar like a badass.
Yeah.
pretty much.
God!
Is that what they call it these days?
As he looks like as he just got comfortable sitting in his chair, as like all 5 of you walk in, just like, hello again.
Job's done.
Fucking.
The detectives are currently placed in the healing center. I can give you the address. We apprehended Miss Theodunin.
Such good detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hannah was very helpful.
I was. Thank you so much for noticing.
Let me fill you in, because you don't know what we know.
Yeah, he has to
Yeah,
report
I
to
gave
Melody
you the job
to
this
tell-
morning.
Well, he's not
originally-
cheating.
You originally hired us to find the 3 missing persons and
Not
a
that we
little
know
side pot of figuring out what Mr. Edwin was doing with his money. We found all the answers. Turns out he is lost his mind due to a
Lost
magical disease, curse, condition, not what we were supposed to find. He was spending money on dragon shards to try and treat that condition, as well as, I think, just other extreme expenses to try and figure out what was going on with him. The 3 detectives you sent after him beforehand were captured by him, and then he experimented on them, replacing their vocal cords with metal pipes, and made them his own personal boombox. So that was fun. And then we followed him to his mini mansion, freed those 3, stopped him. So he's currently in custody. Those 3 are currently in the medical facility. And I think you owe us money. Yeah.
You got evidence for a lot of that?
You got a
I
receipt.
hand him the journal.
You got a receipt for the
Right.
the medical address where you dropped him off. I can get you a police report for Howard Doone's arrest record, which is happening today.
But
He did also mention something to you in the last session as well about paying off the Boromar clan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you mention that as well?
Is it relevant? Probably. Yeah, probably best not to just let something like that slide under the table. Oh, right. Completely slipped my mind. He's also indebted to the Boromar clan for pick a reason. Probably the dragon shards. That's where the money's going.
We also have him in custody, so if you just want to ask him, he'll probably be best. He's kind of.
I don't know. He's
He's gonna hire a very good lawyer. I don't know
kind
if that's how
of
this
missing a
is.
few
It's
marbles.
He's
You might not
crazy.
get the real story
You
from
can't
him.
hire a lawyer.
There were some
Gold.
more oddities in the manor as it is. He had some warforged, but instead of trees, they were made out of
Flesh.
musculature. It was very disgusting, and he thought that they were what, halflings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that they were dragon marked halflings. I think the man is a bit delusional.
Heavily.
You took
By
that
the sound of it.
You got the Delulu.
But not the Delulu where he thinks someone else likes him. He's got the Delulu that's just.
Yeah.
So I believe you owe us pay.
He
Unless
just
you
sort of
want
like as you were explaining most of this, was just kind of like, all right, he's smuggling shit, all right, indebted to the Boromar clan, flesh, shit, and metal, just kind of like
Pull them out of it.
he's just like, all right, routine, all right, hold the fuck up.
The fuck is that?
It's kind of like,
If you want to get technical with it, you hired us to find these 3 people. We found the 3 people.
We
They're
also
currently
did the
in
backup
Edmonton.
quest to finding
That
out
gets
if
us.
he's
But we also
cheating
get
on
a
his
fair
wife, if
pay
he's not.
for finding out Howard.
So we solved the case you hired us for. We also solved that
their
bonus
case,
crime.
so we get their pay.
And you will get paid for that. I need a little extra clarification on some of the oddities.
Sure.
About what?
Primarily the flesh forged.
Yeah.
Why are you asking? First of all, we were not there to figure out the flesh forge. It just so happens
Yeah,
to be
we-
there.
I bullied him until he turned into a puddle.
Hannah, you weren't even. So shut the. Hey,
Talking an awful lot like you were there, Hannah.
I was. Well, I wasn't, but you know,
Uh-huh.
my friend told me all about it. You know?
Sure. What do you need to know?
So
about
I'm
the
not
flesh
paying
forge?
you, I'm paying your friend?
Oh, I'll give him the money for you. Don't worry about it.
What do you want to know about the flesh golems? Well, flesh golems isn't really the right word to use for them.
Yeah,
Flesh
no,
forged.
just
Flesh
Flesh
forged.
forged. I hate
Yeah.
that. Leia, let's go with that.
yeah,
that's
the
what I
flesh
thought.
forged. Any
Give it that
weird other idiosyncrasies with the weird flesh metal things?
What did that one do when we killed it? He just kind of.
It just puddled.
Any
Yeah, it
weird
just puddled. I think it was.
abilities that they had
You could
outside
scream
of
like a motherfucker.
Oh,
Deafened you, I
half
think.
of his tongue went out. And
No, I think the
That was
scream
Howard.
that deafened was him
Um,
activating the crystal.
Yeah.
But there was still a scream.
Mhm.
You're right,
It
there
was,
was
it
a
was
scream.
from the.
An alarm.
Um,
But the deafening was from the crystal.
Mr. Howard, quick question. Tongue?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a really good clue.
Not the.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
That
Howard
thing
had a
almost
silver
killed
tongue.
me.
I did have
I.
a
Silver.
Literally.
Silver tongue that extended out of his mouth several meters, whipped it around like it was prehensile.
That
you
sounds
know?
disgusting.
That was a lot.
Stabbed me with it.
Like a whipper. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally
You should
stabbed
really
the
get
shit
that
out of
checked
you.
out.
You should get that.
The mouth is gross.
You should get blood work done.
Oh.
You should
Yeah,
really.
probably both. You both look like shit.
Her pajamas stuff
Well, I just got
In the
rusted,
most
melted.
loving way.
I just got melted a little bit. It's fine.
How did you get
Maybe
melted?
it's contaminated.
Oh, his arm, the thing that caused him the curse and the crazy and all that,
Uh-huh.
How'd
it's fucked.
you
Like,
get melted?
like from shoulder all the way down to almost the fingers
That
and all
shit's
that.
rusted.
Rusted. Flesh is rusted. He's sticking dragon shards in it to try and treat the condition, which is where the money's coming from, which is where the Boromar's coming from, trying to keep up. He thinks it's acupuncture, little sewing needles. Nah, these things were like gravels just shoved in his arm. So again,
Alright.
the Delulu.
yeah,
We
no, I'm.
Do have reason to believe you'll see in that journal that a DJ named Mastodon might be behind all
Maestrodon.
this. Maestrodon.
Because it's
We
it's a
never-
play on words.
Yeah, we never got any more information, but it seems that they're somehow involved in all of this.
Almost positively.
Yeah, but obviously they were not at the manor. We never confronted them.
Circumstantial evidence at best.
Exactly, but we do believe they are at least somewhatly connected, if not the kingpin of it somehow.
Be fun to
Oh.
put it in your file in case it comes up
Yeah.
later.
Does
No,
I'm just
deeply
curious.
respect that.
I understand HIPAA. You can't disclose too much,
That only applies to doctors, Donnie.
but does
Did
this?
you go to medical school?
I did.
Oh my god, congratulations!
For a week.
And
The
like-
Do you
manager,
think that
the
this
detective, the
sounds
doctor?
similar to any other cases that have, might have been going on? The flesh forge or the rusting, or does this sound? Is there any connections? Obviously, we understand you can't disclose, but we're just the safety
Nothing
of
that
the
you
town.
need to worry about. You can
It's
go
thinking
back
about
to your daily
people.
lives after I pay you, but thank you very much. This will assist me in a couple of other things I do. If there is any other weird metal flesh nonsense, please let me know on that regard.
Well, you just did give us additional information, so I don't see after this we're no longer under contract and not being paid. So I mean, whatever information we do find, I think we'll probably be keeping close to the chest for
That's
any.
right.
I mean, you could think I'm a procurer of information.
One could say.
Well, you
Roll a
could
persuasion
say
check.
that.
One.
I'm so
could
close
say.
to being like disclose.
Disgusting funny.
Disgusting.
Disgusting little
Filthy,
20.
dirty little 20.
A fucking flesh golem 20.
Hey, yo.
As he takes the journal, just
forged.
His tongue
puts
was
it on
inside.
top of like a bunch of
Bad
other
way.
case files. He just reaches into like a small little trunk next to him, pull out a couple of bags of coins, and then he starts counting up things. For finding all my detectives, 30 gold each. For solving the case that they just tried to do in a fucking day, 20 gold each. 50 gold for each of you.
maybe. We'll talk after this. Hold on.
Uh,
Don't pay me just yet.
No, I have a suspicion.
Well, hold on. We'll talk after this.
You guys just stumbled into some
Real
cold
detective
nonsense.
Wow.
Hesitate on that.
Cold
Wait,
nonsense.
did you say cold or did I? Sorry.
Cult nonsense.
Cult.
C-U-L-T
C-U-L-T or K-O?
C-U-L-T.
C-U-L-T.
Double, I have to fucking double
Very
check.
the
Hey,
small
she is
horses.
just an innocent waitress.
There's this weird waitress that works over at the research
Hey,
station.
go leave her alone. She serves great coffee. Immediately on the defense. My
As
favorite waitress.
Ferris does end up like double checking like outside the blinds and like goes over to the door and like closes it, make sure it's all secure and all that.
Ooh.
Something that nobody else outside of this office needs to know right now.
I've been tracking down some cults of the Dragon Below recently. It's been a marginal uptick. Unfortunately, they're all not localized, and they just pop up randomly.
What happened?
Cults of the Dragon Below have been popping up within Shard.
I'm Dragon Below.
This is a.
It's a
this is
tiered
the game.
thing, so.
It's a umbrella term for a bunch of cults that worship either aberrations or fiends. They come from Kyber, but unfortunately no one is really able to organize them because the cults don't communicate, they serve different masters, and they all have different motives and MOs.
Each one has its own different
Yes.
middle management, that's called.
Something like that. There is a remarkable, we'll say, amount of coincidences that all share similar traits having to do with metal and flesh, as well as sound
You don't
showing
say.
up.
Well,
So, it leads me to believe that Howard got mixed up in the wrong crowd, potentially this Maestro Don that you were talking about. I will investigate further on that. That's my case to worry about. Don't need any of you getting injured in that.
Sure.
But random cults showing up.
oh my gosh, we love that. How exciting. I love new ideas in the city.
Yes.
The flesh
Primarily having to deal with,
More specifically, the sound kind.
yeah, primarily metal, sound, sometimes corresponded with music.
Well, sound is music. Sometimes.
Sometimes it depends. Sometimes it's just sharp screeching noises. Other times
Yeah,
they
well,
actively
it's
work with instruments.
experimental.
Right. And sometimes that can get dangerous if it's the wrong type of experiment.
Oh, sure.
Listen,
It's
do
all
you
about-
want somebody to rip out your spine and turn your nervous system into a harp?
No.
Oh, could you do that when I die? That actually sounds rather nice. I
That's
could continue to use.
Pure aberration bullshit.
Could continue to influence and make music in my dinner. It's really lovely. I love that. Thank you so much for the idea.
He just fucking
No,
takes out a
it's
quill and
fine,
starts
it's not
writing
like-
something down on some of his notes. Just like, good to know, Miss Hannah.
Really gonna eat it.
Like I said, they're not organized. They pop up at random places, at random intervals. I just noticed a pattern when it comes to metal and sound. And the obvious aberration, flesh nonsense that happens with it.
Ooh, do I have an upcoming event that I'm scheduled to be at that has a gig that has a mention of metallic, instrumental, experimental, new age music or something like
Big
that?
brass band.
Potentially. How does Red God describe their music genre?
It's the
I
first
think
20 piece
Red God
orchestra
describes
in a club.
it's absolutely like
Cool, no trust it.
I think they describe it as like this is like experimental, like not even
Was there a school pep
I
rally?
think it's oh, you know what? I think they call it the experimental future. Like that's like the genre, right?
Over there.
Is because they are making what they think is the future of music.
Mm.
You know, like they are ahead of their times. So it's
Yeah.
like an experimental futurism
Okay.
is the genre.
But nothing specifically utilizing metal as sort of a buzzword within it.
No, because that's far more literal.
Yeah.
Red God is so cerebral that like this is like, experimental
like
futurism.
Bro, it's like high.
and you're like,
art.
dude, this is punk rock.
Not
No,
meaning that it's art that I'm
This
being
is
on high.
experimental futurism. You're like, this is metal. I'm like, no.
To be fair, metal doesn't fully exist in the same capability in Eberron,
Yeah,
but
so that's-
through minor illusion, it can be approximated.
Yeah. So that's how Red God describes it. How everyone else describes their music is that.
Yeah, fair. Nothing inherently would pop out to you. There might be a couple of gigs where there's some Warforged performers, but that is just something that happens within gig work. No guarantee that there's going to be anything initially like, metallic in that regard. Anything described as that.
Really
that,
looking.
that would fit this.
Yeah, less keyword on metallic, more keyword on experimental, but I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, if you have any business going down into like basically the Undercity in the cogs, you might end up doing a couple of gigs down there because there is heavy criminal aspects going on in there with experimental music artists sometimes.
Well, I'll keep my eye out for sure. If I happen to be around any sort of thing like this, I'll let you know.
Deeply appreciate that.
If anyone would like to roll an insight check.
Always.
Yeah. Of fucking course I do. Whoa, that's a pretty good number, baby. Hello? Are you blue or are you pink? You're blue. Oh yeah.
9.
Disgusting. What am I doing?
So
Insight?
what color
Insight.
is she today?
I got 11.
22.
22.
I should have started apologizing. sorry.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
Uh,
Sorry.
Christine, what'd you get?
11.
11.
These two. These two, except my fingers are fucking weird. V.
That feels
17.
normal.
I had to
17.
do math.
Fair.
Why though?
And
It's better to articulate.
tragedy.
Matthew, what'd you roll? Hold on, as his wife, I'm allowed legally. He got an 11.
Ooh, same.
All right, good to know.
You need
So,
to add anything?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They'll get that.
No.
Insight?
4.
He got a 15.
15. 9, 11, 15,
Hey, the government.
17, 22.
The government says that we share everything. Right? So therefore, we share dice rolls.
Who gets
Healthy
the 20s?
I'm getting a
divorce?
prenup.
Yeah. Oh.
Actually, it's funny. It's written into our wedding vows that there is no divorce. He has to die first, so I get everything.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I remember that part, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone knows he dies first, and then I know. It all becomes mine at the end of the day.
So it was like, if it's Izzy and Izzy rolls for you, it's like, she rolls nat 20s left her. I was like, you should take that deal.
I'm not married to her. I'm married to him.
Yeah.
I'm married Izzy.
I didn't marry. Okay, Christian, I didn't marry for the dice rolls. Okay,
Just
I
for the
married
dice
love.
benefits.
Chris Steele's girlfriend, you didn't even hear me.
Don't worry, Chuck, I heard you.
Thank you.
What's up?
What?
What?
I was like, I didn't.
Tragedy
I didn't,
upon tragedy.
I didn't
That
marry
15
Matthew
is
for
crucial
his dice
information
rolls.
now.
Okay, I married for love.
Okay.
I'm not a gold digger.
I am.
Dice digger. Nat 20.
If you get good rolls, hit me up. Please, I need help.
Call Shaq's real number.
Real number down here.
Right here.
Real phone number 702-555.
4476.
Their
I know what you're
social
thinking.
Is also.
Isn't there an extra? Yeah, there's the letter C at the end. Yeah. 4486C. It's an Australian number. That's what you didn't know about them. They're Australian.
I am.
They're from the Outback Steakhouse. They were born there.
We went off a cliff, so.
That's Shaq Lord right there. I
Shaq
was born in an Outback Steakhouse.
Yep.
Did they at least give you like free bloomin' onions for it?
They did actually, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you get free blooming onions
Did they
for life now.
did they decide to call it the crowning onions?
Yeah. Just for that. Just every year.
Yeah,
on
they
the
had
weekend.
they had a special where it was crowning onions, and now every year on my birthday, I go back to the exact same Outback Steakhouse and get free bloomin' onions. Yeah.
They call it the Shack Special. The Shack Special.
Yeah.
I can do words.
Finish pissing in there!
He's not.
No, that's why we're recording, so we keep going.
Alright,
He's
fine.
Not. He's not. If I were you, I'll be honest with you. Just keep going.
Cool, awesome. You're missing out on lore!
Sucks to suck, bitch.
That's why I haven't recorded. You're all good.
You
With
can
the
watch it.
insight,
22.
between the 9 and 11,
I don't know. Sorry.
never forget. You
Emo bands in 2001.
You notice that,
Oh
that Titus seems a little off-put by the information you've been providing. You can't really glean anything more than that. This seems to be like a little bit, I guess, sensitive to him in one regard or another. Yeah, under stress. With
Someone else
a 15, 17, and 22,
Okay.
you can actively pick up on the idea that this is personal to him.
Ooh, he's fucking amazing.
Is something having to do with like the immediate like attention grab when it came to the flesh, metal, and sound. Just kind of like, hold up, there's something weird there. And he is absolutely holding out information. Being cagey at best when it comes to the information.
I know I already rolled insight, but there's a way I can roll
Double
Arcana or Investigation if this has affected him personally, meaning that he is also under this disease.
You
He also has a rash.
would not know that insight, so you would not be able to do the Arcana check on him.
Copy. Okay.
I will let you do an Arcana check just for general knowledge on what this weird thing may be.
Sure. That is.
I will give you advantage, actually,
Oh, well, that's
for very specific reasons.
better for my nasty 20. No, the nasty 20.
All right, with your notorious 20,
Infamous 20.
infamous 20, the way that he describes the weird flesh, metal, and sound specifically reminds you of something Melody was talking about during that long fucking distraction session back in the mansion. When she was talking about like the fucking goblinoid empire, one of the theories of how it ended up getting destroyed was through these aberrations that ended up in essentially invading the material plane.
And I listened to that entire lecture.
Yes,
You
yes, you did.
Specifically
You got
You got a nat 20 on it.
Yeah, I sat down for that lesson.
You took notes.
Took notes.
Whether or not you took notes, it's more along the lines of you were there and you distracted well enough that you just kept getting questions out of her. That, that sounds like the fucked shit that ended up bringing down the Goblin Empire
Oh
a
no,
long time
I
ago.
learned something.
Yeah.
I learned something worse.
Specifically, the word she ended up using was Daukir. Spelled D-A-E-L-K-Y-R.
Wait.
D-A-E-L-K-Y-R.
Yep,
I'm missing an L.
Daukir.
E-L.
Yep.
Down here.
The elk ear.
The L
The
here.
elk ear.
And it kind of matches up with some of the things that she was talking about, but a lot of her stuff was mostly theories and research, so it was like, she's not an entirely, like, professor level when it comes to this information,
Yeah.
but you can tell when the hyperfixation hits, and she knows what she's talking about.
Delcare is the name of an instrument? A
It's the
noun?
name of a type of aberration.
Type of version? Okay.
Essentially the things that invaded the material plane of Eberron.
Interesting.
Okay.
Like, long time ago.
Oh my.
So the pattern kind of connects in your brain that, oh no,
Could be the elk ear.
oh no.
Elk.
The elk ear. The elk's here.
Yeah.
Okay, have that.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Sure thing. Alright. And as he's just sort of like finishes up with just a, if you hear anything else, bring it back to me, I'll give you some we'll call it a finder's tip.
Sorry, I was talking to my patron. What's happening?
Love a finder's fate.
I had
Eyes
many.
glossed over.
At the end, Hannah's gonna go,
Milk, just
can I talk to you
Huh?
after all this for a second?
Is this a private question?
fuck.
Yes.
Okay. In that case,
Yep.
you've all been paid. I will take care of my detectives. I thank you very much for finding them and bringing them to the hospital. I will do some formal investigations of my own, as suddenly this has grabbed very strict attention of my own. So,
Looking forward to working with you again, Miss Finder.
Hopefully not too soon, Detective Andrews.
Mr. Finder.
Mr. Finder. Alright, and what does everyone do?
Exit the building.
Cool.
Well, great working with y'all.
Yeah.
I'll
I mean,
see
we
most of you later.
might all go do stuff, but you're in the if you want.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah, I'm staying here for a second.
I have something to go do. It's called Talk to Birdie. So that's what I'm doing.
Called Talk
Sounds
to Birds.
good.
Whenever you want to get to that. I'm talking
Sounds
to the
good.
birds.
But-
one specific bird.
Four people end up leaving the office as, you know, I assume you close the door behind him.
Mhm.
And just like,
Before we do anything, she's gonna pull out an NDA and hand it to him.
Can you just put your
Read that
signature right
sign,
here?
Matt.
Just put your
And
signature right there.
what does the NDA say that he's not allowed to talk about?
Found on the second page.
What
What?
does it say?
He can't flip to the second page until he signs.
Magic
Well,
contract.
Yeah.
That's a no.
You can't talk about what's on the second page. What's on the second page?
But it does have
Fine.
a seal of
I, as the DM, need to know where did you get this NDA from?
the tyrants.
Okay.
Yeah, it has
No,
it
that's fair.
It has like the magical seal of the tyrants. It's essentially an NDA saying like, you as a corporation, even though you know I'm a changeling, you can't say anything about it.
Why the hell did I step into shit with a third fucking syndicate?
Yeah, you just said that.
Yeah.
For
I don't know if
reasons.
I should.
Just obey.
Okay, well then let me go grab my friend real quick, and then she just into slice,
Mhm.
in the slice. Yeah, so yeah, I was just here to help. So, money, please.
I tossed you the coin earlier.
I'm glad you did. I'm stupid. Don't worry about it. Different tactic. Switching to something else now because
I
Allie's
love you
stupid.
making your characters too complicated for even yourself.
Oh, dude, I fucking love it. That's what this
Like,
whole
I
thing
already
was
paid
about.
you. Shit.
Fuck,
Okay.
you're right.
Hold on.
If I may ask a single clarifying question.
Yes.
Do your identities know each other?
Yes. What is that? What are you? What?
I've met a couple changelings who have switched up too much and get DID out of it.
No. No, that's not me.
We're
They're all me.
terrifying concept.
Got it.
Well, it's all. Well, they're each other, but they're each other, but they're.
Shared consciousness.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is that I would love to work with
Just
you
me.
in the future,
Mm-hmm.
and in order to do that, I need a signature on here.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little suspicious about your experimental sort of, we'll say, sympathy when it comes to the weird aberrational things that happened. Your willingness to have your nervous system turned into a harp is,
Yeah.
frankly, disturbing.
Well, it'll be interesting.
That's not something people should be interested in.
Why not? Because you don't think so?
Because the Dalkir fucking ripped apart this entire fucking continent 8,000 years ago, and you should not be interested in, essentially, another alien invasion.
You asked me about turning my spine into a harp, and I said
That's
that doesn't
Dalkir
sound
shit!
interesting. I'll be fucking dead anyway. What the hell do I care? Use it.
They don't kill you first.
Well, that's my
They-
one stipulation.
They're aberrations. They do mind magic. They can keep you conscious through the entire thing.
Yeah, you seem like you have a lot of information on that. What happened to you, buddy? You want to talk about it? I'm not a licensed therapist, but I'm always happy to lend an ear.
Want to know about it?
Sure.
Sure. Go talk to a gatekeeper. They'll
Sounds
tell you
like you're a
everything you
gatekeeper.
need to know about the Dalkir
Sounds
and
like
why
you are.
that shit does not need to come back out.
Gatekeeping knowledge.
If you'd like, roll a religion check.
Okay.
Please,
Yeah. It's a 4 on the die, and I don't have really
Okay.
anything to it. So even if I add the 2, yeah.
The way he talks about it, it's definitely some sort of like spiritual organization. You don't know fully about it. Probably not a well-known one. It's definitely not one of the sovereign host, like pantheon type things.
She's gonna go, well, now that your, he's going to go. Now that your, I guess, suspicions are confirmed, like you said in the meeting, I'll be happy to work for you in the future.
Sure, we'll be in touch.
Who knows?
If I need anyone with criminal connections, I'll come find you.
Oh, you have no idea how many connections I have, and she's gonna turn back into Hannah. Bye, dear!
Have a good day.
What was that? I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
No, no, fucking Maestro down. I'm gonna kick him. Kill him. Fucking kill him!
Fair enough. As you end your conversations with Titus, and you said you wanted to go to Birdie.
Yep, I got that business to take care of.
Yep. Head back down to Birdie's Bits and Bobbles. At this point, it is close to closing time. Like, it is like a good 5 minutes before closing time.
Works for me. Still open?
We had a big day, Birdie.
5 to open means open. Boom. I politely open the door.
Kicks it down. I couldn't
You can see the hobgoblin that was in here earlier was just like in the middle of closing up things, like counting money and everything. Just like,
Hey, how you doing, Birdie? In the back? Probably in the back.
We normally do these types of meetings after we're closed.
Yeah, sure. Close up. Lock the door. I'll wait outside. Outside of Birdie's door. I'll be patient. I can just go in now. Does that work for you?
Sounds so patient.
Yeah, sounds.
Shit.
just like, as you see, they're just counting up coins and just mumbling under their breath, just kind of like.
Yeah, fuck you too. Goes to Birdie's door.
It's just a persistent knocking, and then Birdie just like eventually comes over to the door and opens it up. And she's like, "We only have these fucking conversations after we're closed, right?"
Do you want me to wait until he closes the doors and then I can come back?
What the? You want clarifying information? What's up?
Money,
Get in here.
please.
Get in here, you fucking piece of shit pig. Sure enough, Birdie like takes the periapt and just goes, "All right, we're even for my information from earlier.
There we go.
Thank you for the delivery. Anything else I can help you with? Another favor that I can give you so you can repay me? How many more debts you want, detective?"
Repay you. We're square.
Cool. Get out of my office.
Well, unless you need something else done. But, if you're good.
Listen, I'm not about to be telling a cop exactly all my little dirty dealings.
About to leave, stops at the door. Yeah.
I got a lot of friends. You're being a real big smart mouth for someone I can just slip some information to the Boromar about.
I appreciate that. I'm in debt to so many people, and today I almost got rusted from the inside out. Call it a little bit of a high on life kind of a bit for just a moment. Don't worry, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll be a sad sack of shit like normal. But right now, I'm feeling special. I got paid for a job, saved some lives, put away a dangerous person. I might even splurge and get some takeout.
I don't remember no rust monsters being in the fucking city.
No,
What do you mean
no.
by rusted? Is this
The
some
guy.
slang?
The guy,
The
Howard.
guy. Howard.
when I came in and asked you about Howard, and you gave him the necklace that I just
Yeah.
gave you,
Yeah.
he was rusting people. With
Is
his
that
arm.
what the rash was?
Yeah! Who would have thunk it?
Ugh. Hey. Weird magic shit in this fucking town.
Always use protection.
You got any good halfling food on this side of town?
I
I got a hankering for halfling.
Yeah, I think we got some type of local Calistan shit.
Nice. Is it tasty or is it kind of rough?
It's reliable.
I'll take
is
it.
what I will say.
Works for me.
Couple of streets down. You're gonna hang a right onto like Clawfoot.
Sure.
They got like a whole little district for their own shit. You know,
Yeah.
everyone's got like a little Tokyo or some shit. You know.
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah. Don't worry, you'll see it. It's got a whole fucking like T-Rex eating a burger type thing going on.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That sounds solid.
Yeah.
What was it? He was rusting people.
Fucking weird shit.
I don't know. Necklace
Yeah.
your necklace didn't do too much apparently. If it did, I would hate to see
Yeah, I
what
don't
else
see
will
no
happen.
tarnishes on it either.
Nah.
Yeah, maybe magic works.
Yeah. Maybe we wake up tomorrow and he's got, maybe he's worse. Not my problem anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not my problem either.
Not my problem anymore. All right, my Han life is running out. I gotta go get that food before I just.
Alright, go get yourself some fucking Thagomizer steak or something.
Yeah. All right, you have my number.
See you later,
You
dumbass.
can hear the high on life fading from
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm doing great.
I gotta
Yeah,
go.
I'm gonna go get some food. We're fading fast.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
I hope it's eatable. Or, you know what I mean?
It's reliable. I'll take it, I guess.
That's a great way
Alright.
to describe food. It's reliable.
And
Is it good? It's reliable.
as we
Bacon's-
wrap up with that section there, we go into a couple of weeks of downtime.
On the way out, I think I would have been smoozing with Linda because we have a date tonight.
Sure thing.
Where you
So-
take
Yeah.
All right.
You know, because the Finders, I think, is closing up. It sounded like they were closing up.
Yeah.
So maybe this is kind of a downtime activity, but it is.
Usually that takes over the place of a couple weeks.
This is
So
legit.
Yeah,
that's
but
up to you.
So yeah, but like, you know what I mean?
He's gonna have a whirlwind romance in a couple weeks.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
know
come
what I mean? I'm
back.
thinking, like, as I walk out,
You
I
know
smooth
where
with
it
her, I
goes.
talk with her a little bit, be like, so when are you off? We have a date tonight. I'm here. Would you like me to take you out tonight?
Well, since you insist, Mr. Franklin, I get out in about 30 minutes. I still need to wrap up a couple of
No
things
problem.
here.
I'll be, right outside. Take your time.
Oh, thank you very much. I must apologize. I'm not exactly dressed for an occasion. What were you thinking about doing?
Well, I mean, do you have a favorite spot? Maybe if you would like to run home first, whatever you're more comfortable with. If I have a spot in mind. I know I originally said Wrong Weasel Estate,
Yeah.
but that's where she could find me.
Yeah.
Maybe this could be a little. I just came into a little bit of gold. Maybe you know what I mean.
This is a serial killer.
A Chili's.
Yeah.
I'm chilling her for a 2 for $20. I'm
fucking rolling in dough over here.
Fun.
Yeah, don't
she'll
have the 2 for $20.
say that she's
Applebee's.
gonna have to go home, change, meet up with
I know.
you at
8.
a nice restaurant, we'll say.
At Olive Garden?
Yeah.
Up in Olive Garden. And
Oh.
Adonis is the exact guy to tell a girl, I know a spot, and then they go to Olive Garden.
They go to Gabriotti's.
Never ending breadsticks.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Gold Dragon Inn. Would you like some dragon fries with
Yeah,
that?
he's like, I know a spot, and then it's just.
It's a Wendy's dress.
I'm
It's the
McDragon.
Eberron equivalent of McDonald's.
But,
Big dragon.
I'm McDragon.
You've ruined my
But
diet.
basically,
I'm
for a good part of the meal, I'm just smoozing,
Curly fries.
right? I'm just
Come on.
being a sleaze.
Yeah.
However, I would like to subtly start to ask about the cases that are coming in,
Actually
right?
showed her a good
Your
time.
words. I'm gonna start asking
Does
like,
it camera?
and I will. Oh, not at all.
He accidentally.
I will give her
He won't make an
information about our case to like. Right, when people hear secrets, they're more willing to say secrets. I'll be like, oh yeah, this is about our
Gonna
case,
secretary.
blah blah blah. Nothing more than we already told Ferris, but she hasn't had a. You know what I mean? And I know she's not an investigator, so she doesn't know about all the cases and all the dealings. But I'm like, oh yeah, we were dealing like with this metal robot who used sound, and I'm just concerned about me and my associates. I don't want to see anything like these again, and I just want to see what information I can get her about the Dragon Below cult.
Yeah.
Other, you know what I mean? You understand what I'm trying to get out of her.
Persuasion or deception of your choice, since this is disguised as flirting.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Ooh, 4 plus 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 12, 12.
12? No, dude,
Um,
say 12.
Yeah.
I used a luck. 18 or 19 plus 8 now.
There you go.
That was my last luck. That was my last luck,
Nice.
ladies and gentlemen.
I think what ends up happening is that you share a couple of glasses of like some wine or just some alcohol or something like that. You know, the thing that they serve at the Chili's. Some good old Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
A fishbowl or two.
Right.
A margarita.
Yeah.
A margarita.
With a little bit of
Give me
just
one
casual talking, a couple like casual like touches on the hand or on the shoulder or something like that. You try to get some information out of her, and she's just like, well, most of what we end up getting is like, you know, casual things. There's a little bit of extortion, a little bit of like, you know, affair work, someone's committing adultery. It's usually like domestic things half the time. There's some fraud involved. Ferris, mind you, has been on his own case for the better part of like a year now. Nothing he's getting paid for, but something he's using resources for. Seems to be some... I don't know what faith he follows. I know he's a ranger, and he does druid shit every once in a while. And he does kind of get involved with some of the freaky cult shit. Not involved. He sticks his nose into the freaky cult shit. He's not a cultist himself.
He's a freak. He's sticking his nose in the freak.
I think he's like, I don't know, a gatekeeper druid or something like that, or a ranger or whatever. He's got a real beef when it comes to aberration shit.
He's got beef.
And
This gatekeeper has now been mentioned twice, so I know what that is.
roll a religion check.
Oh, okay.
That's what
15 plus 1, 16.
Gatekeeper is a sect of druids. It's a type of druidic faith, essentially.
Okay.
They, as a faith, they essentially sealed up aberrations below ground. Like, they took that invading force, beat them into the dirt, and kept them there with, like, magic seals and shit. And that's where they've been for the last 8,000 fucking years. The druidic sect has been keeping, like, these gates closed, essentially, in order to stop them from breaching out from the dragon below Kyber and getting back onto the material plane. The idea that there is more aberrational shit happening, something may have gone wrong with one of the gates.
Gotcha. Okay. And does the... I already got quite a bit of information out of her for what I want. You know, is there... Yeah. Let's see, kind of... Because I basically already asked her, you know what I mean, of other cases that were being worked, but she said, you know, they're all minor. He's working on kind of his own, not vigilante stuff, but you know, he's almost in his own cult who's fighting another cult, it seems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's this long lost gatekeepers that are fighting to get these aberrations investigated. However, none of that directly helps me.
Yeah.
So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop a detect thoughts, which is just everyone's thoughts in 30. I'm not gonna specifically focus on her, so I'm only getting surface thoughts. But how I understand it is I actually still have papers that say I'm officially a Ferris finder.
For the duration of this case, which was supposed to happen for what was likely going to be a week. They essentially gave you a deadline.
And I'm actually
It's a week.
I'm actually good at forging documents.
Fair
so
enough.
I could extend that. So basically, I got to walk into Lady Erdunan's estate, free will. So I'm popping this detect thought because I don't have another luck, so I want to make sure it goes through. But she just talked about the adultery. I basically just want to be like, well, you just gotta give me something. What's a spicy case that's being worked on right now? Maybe in the upper districts, not somewhere I would ever be, you know? Just someone who's, give me some tea.
Well, nothing specifically on cases coming in. Well, there's a rumor.
Yeah, just something interesting.
So you know we have the Tame Gala coming up in like a month. The big fancy hoity-toity things going on. Apparently a couple of people have already gotten some of their invitations going on. Supposedly there's this like poker guy, poker champion type thing. He's from on deck, magic hoity-toity things. But you know, magic fella, playing cards, people think he cheated, did a little minor illusion, things like that. We've gotten a couple of hearings about something like that. We haven't officially gotten a case for it, but I hear he's in charge.
Interesting. And then just making sure I do pop detect thoughts. Just so you know, my concentration on suggestion has now
Fair enough.
So if you want Howard to do anything deceptive, he can now break out if he wants.
Suddenly, there's an explosion.
Yeah. But you know, I'm burning a lot of spells right now. But I'm also gonna just be
You're
like.
gonna get a long rest afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna get
Exactly.
several long rests.
Yeah, I'm
so
down in
excited.
that.
Might as
So
well
maybe
pop
now is when I would order. I'd be like, well, what do you want for dessert, my lily pad?
I'm thinking of something a little
Chocolate.
chocolate.
You said you
Saucy.
are a chocolate girl. I can tell you're sweet the moment I laid eyes on you.
She's not getting called back, is she?
It depends on how much information she gets. You talked about Mr. Ferris
I didn't
and his
I'm
own
sorry.
dabblings. Well,
It didn't click.
I have my own hobbies and interests outside of work, of course, and I think we have something in common. That beautiful dragon mark on your hand
Yes.
Yes,
I
I
am
remember
just
of
fascinated.
Alcimus.
with the script guild, as in
It's scribing, yes.
describing. I have these beautiful markings on these papers, and I would just like to get your eyes from it. But you can understand how this is very private to me, and I would like to suggest that you don't talk to Ferris about this. They do not know they get suggested. It is
No, I understand. That's the charmed person that gets
Yeah.
that. A suggestion does
if
not.
it fails or goes through, now it only specifically works for 8 hours, so she can once it breaks for 8 hours, she can talk to Ferris, and my
Yeah.
suggestion is no longer working.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she does like me. Maybe she wouldn't. She doesn't know she's being charmed.
I will give you a disadvantage on her save.
Yes. But and then I'm gonna show her the scripts of the journal and those papers that I did not understand what they said. But I'm hoping that she has basically a comprehended language in her bag of tricks.
Yeah.
Or she might just know what it is.
Right.
She's a good secretary.
Interesting.
Um.
Great secretary.
She does fail the save. And you hand her the document. It's just like, hold on, I gotta get out my other glasses
Get my
for this.
readers.
And she pulls out these like big Coke bottle glasses and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, give me a second, and then like taps a couple of the yellow gems around the side of the rims.
Very
As you see, like these runes start to mark on her glasses, just like, alright, give me a
She's
second.
bifocals.
Essentially, she has comprehend reading bifocals. Oh, that's giving me a headache. Hold on, give me a second. I can't tell if it's the margaritas or if it's the.
I would also like to
words.
say throughout, I've been ordering quite a few drinks throughout it.
Say, I've been drugging her margarita.
No, I
No.
Every single one of her.
Every time, you know what I mean?
Listen, he's
Just
he's
trying
not
to-
an upstanding citizen, but he's not that
Yeah.
low standing.
Yeah. She essentially starts
You do not know.
reading the book and the papers that you've given her, just like, alright, couple of dealings with Boromar here. You're getting into some naughty work.
Not me. These are papers from elsewhere. I would never get mixed up in something like that.
I would hope not.
A little above my pay grade, if you understand.
Yeah. Forgive me for saying, but you don't look like the person who can read deep speech.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure thing. And a couple of deals of that. There's ritual nonsense in this book.
Not my flavor. Just out of curiosity, a ritual for what? But I don't.
Eyes.
A summoning?
No, not summoning. This is like
A curse.
transmutation shit.
That
Transmutation things.
Yeah.
There's something about getting the instruments for the orchestra, something like that. A lot of obscure things.
Yeah.
This sounds a lot like the type of stuff Ferris is kind of interested in.
Like I said, it's just a little dabbling passion of mine is
Are
literature.
you sure you don't want to take this to Ferris? He might be able to help you on some of this if you give it to him.
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay, sure thing. We're gonna get some points real quick.
Don't say enough that I have to murder you in an alley.
It's just
Yeah.
talking about a ritual,
Yeah.
gathering instruments for an orchestra.
Okay.
Turning my spine into
There is
Transmutation
essentially
is interesting
components
in the
for
case
some
of
type of ritual
Yeah.
that's happening in the
halfling
book.
Warforged.
I read enough Eldritch Horror. I am.
Yeah.
Right.
Eldritch nonsense.
Yep.
Yes.
There's always flutes. Cool.
Yeah. The way that it talks about the instruments as she's like reading it out, it's just like, oh, that's some ghastly shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
The instruments are sacrifices.
Yes, something like that.
The
I think
instruments
they're
are
still
the
alive
bad.
during it though.
Yeah, no. You turn your sacrifices most of the time, right? Let's say you sacrifice someone to summon an Eldritch Horror. In this case, you're turning them into instruments that signal for them where to come.
Yeah.
They go back to sing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, enough about this. I think it's put a sour.
I would agree.
It's just put a sour.
Turn in my stomach and I can't tell
And
if
I think-
concrete is in that.
I have to apologize for the sour mood. Maybe 2 more drinks, and I
Oh,
Oh, you're sending her home fucking unconscious.
I think I've
I
had
think
enough
it's the
of
point.
well,
drinks.
at least let me walk you home, my dear.
Sure.
We're gonna go.
And I would like to give her my arm.
Mm-hmm.
And now comes the cream of the crop is I'm pickpocketing her. I want those jewels on her
Pièce de
ring.
résistance.
Yeah, I
There
want
we
those
go.
jewels that I
The
saw
long
on her
build-up.
fingers. She's smooth. She's relaxed.
Sleight
she's,
of hand advantage.
She's drunk
Yeah.
and not gonna
I
notice.
need to sleep in a bed at night.
Oh, one was a 2. One was a 12 plus 6. 18.
18. Yeah. You can easily slip off like one of the the rings on the finger. Anything else you're trying to go for? You do know that those glasses were magic items. Whether or not you'd be able to use them is another question. Because since she has a dragon mark,
That's
it might be attuned
16.
to that.
That's what pawn shops are.
Yeah, I'm looking for interesting things, not just valuable things, but interesting things.
Interesting
So.
things.
Interesting.
There is a little satchel in, like a little marked satchel for one of the things she has. It's like wrapped up in a nice bow with what looks to be a sort of signet of like the Eartane family. Essentially like the richest motherfuckers in Charlotte.
Oh yeah, I want that.
I'll be yoink.
Alright. Pass
Hey!
that down.
Give me
Pass
that.
that down.
We got props.
And then,
A thing!
but yeah, I would lead her all the way up to the door.
Curious.
Not make eye contact for too long. Not jingle any keys. Just be
Yeah.
like, I'm glad you got home safe, and maybe I'll see you later.
Thank you very much, Mr. Franklin.
Toodaloo, and like as I turn around, I just like
I'm
roll
sorry
my eyes
for
and
my
go,
present state, but have a good night. She like gets into her apartment and closes the door.
What is this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to know?
I would like to know.
Yes, I would.
I would assume that is all you would like to have for this current little bit.
Oh yeah.
Cool. We're going to
Oh,
pivot
oh,
over to
wait,
somebody
yeah.
else.
Yeah, there's other players.
Yeah.
Look at something like this.
We'll go to Christian. What do you want to do for your 2 weeks of downtime? I assume that you are working a couple gigs.
Yeah, I'm always loaded up on gig work.
Yeah.
I definitely am now choosy of my gigs. I'm looking for more lower class, like
Fair.
Well, actually, I'm looking for the big swings now for the really really rich and the really poor.
Fair.
I'm tired of this middle class fucker.
Well
Bombs.
now I'm kind of worried about like this Rust thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this a contagion? How do people know if they have it? How long is the duration before, you know?
Yeah.
I know there was like a 2-week span kind of thing, but I'm like, how usual is this now? So I'm kind of
Yeah.
looking for like, and
Only-
also Maestrodon. If there's any mention or inkling of
Yeah.
maybe a Maestrodon, I'm booking that gig.
Sure thing. I guess in that place, roll me probably a series of rolls here. How are you trying to find this information? I assume it's through schmoozing, through talking, or listening in on things?
My usual revenue, which is just bartending, so people, I'm just like, how you doing tonight? You know, that kind of thing. Did you hear about this new thing? And I'll kind of mention, like, you hear this new experimental music that's happening?
Yeah. Roll me persuasion check.
Yeah. That is a 22.
Cool. Roll me a bartending proficiency, so that's going to be your dex plus your bartending, we'll say. Or charisma plus your bartending. I'll let you choose the attribute for it.
Oh, baby. That is a, let me see, 24, 25, 26.
26. Now roll me a perception or investigation of your choice.
Royal perception.
We'll say this is taking place over the 2 weeks.
16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my passive is 19.
Nice.
Oh, 17.
Yeah. You try to make it to any of those Maestrodon gigs. Unfortunately, it seems like they're like any of the places that he's performing, you're not able to actually get into.
But I'm the best
singer.
the best of them.
Yeah.
So it's
However,
like-
you're able to get the gig after Maestrodon has performed, essentially. Like essentially the event afterwards. Yeah.
Gotta get invitations.
Correct. But you're able to do those sort of swings where you're able to like bartend for like rich people private events as well as just like the common clubs that are going down in some of the lower districts.
Yeah.
And getting as much information as you can. There is a pattern when it comes to the Maestrodon events. He seems to show up for rich people a few times. Quite a lot, actually.
Okay.
Some rich folks.
He does perform at lower end clubs, but at both occasions, nobody remembers the set, essentially. Things happen, people like get a little fuzzy, and like as soon as he plays, but they remember having a good time. They remember the emotions that come from it. And at each of these events, there's a couple of times you just like, okay, like, well, how's everyone feeling after the events? Like, after you get the first couple times, just kind of like, okay, there is a pattern happening here. There's definitely some weird enchantment shit happening. A couple of times, like, you've worked a couple of gigs where you see somebody show up again. Like, someone you saw at a previous gig show up again, and they act differently.
Ooh, that's not good. Any, like, regular that I'm friends with?
None of the regulars that you're friends with are acting differently. The people who are typically acting differently are people of notice. Either it's a really rich, like, important motherfucker, or it's some other performer or just entertainment of some regard. Like, whether that be a, like, singer, a dancer, or maybe it's somebody who won a specific tournament or something like that. They start acting a little odd at the next gig you end up seeing them at, which is few and far between.
Interesting. Hate that.
On one of these shifts, however, somebody does come up to you from behind the bar. It's a halfling individual with a mark of hospitality. They say, apologies, you Mr. Howard?
Yeah, how can I help you?
You know we got the whole Tane Gala situation happening up. Yeah. Listen, on behalf of House Galanda, a local viceroy wanted to give you something. Hold on, wait. Yes, that is the correct one.
Oh my gosh. Appreciate it.
What did you get?
Take obviously read that in your off time. We still got a little bit of a shift going on right now, but on your break, feel free to take a read at that and get back to me on that.
Sure, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll pass the noise along to Viceroy.
You said house who?
Your Tane. You know,
House
the
Irtane? Okay.
well, I'm from House Galanda.
Oh.
House Irtane is hosting the Tane Gala. They got the
Yeah.
whole big thing going on.
All right.
So
Appreciate, sure.
yeah,
Sure.
man, no problem.
Okay, hold up. We got a couple more customers coming.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah. And that carries on for a little bit. If you'd like, you can read that. Read that little handout I gave you. Is there anything else you would like to do? I would assume this investigation takes the 2 weeks of time that you've been doing. Yes.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I would do also is especially up to the third time of hearing that people can come out differently and no one remembers the tune after my show. Now, I would look. I was still trying to really book a gig when they are playing. However, I'm also looking for some sort of ear protection.
Fair.
Something really subtle, can fit all the way in the ear.
Yeah. Something like that. You know a place.
Yes.
Through your specific contacts, you know somebody who can help provide that sort of protection towards you.
I'm going there almost immediately
Rocket
so that I
to
can
Adonis'
be ready
corner.
if I were to book a gig.
Yeah. It's a small little shop, basically a thrift store down in Lower Dura. It says Birdie's Bits and Bobs.
Yeah, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
You want weird magic trinkets? Head to the Magic Goodwill. That is absolutely run by a fucking criminal.
Already good to see you
Fine
again.
shop.
I need some earplugs. You got any of those?
Currently working at the front desk is this masculine hobgoblin fella. It's just kind of Mr. Howard,
How you doing?
good to see you.
Good to see you too.
You looking for anything specific today, or?
Earplugs.
Earplugs?
Real subtle.
Yeah, well, I think I got some.
Salty artists.
I may have something in the back. Give me a second. If you just like to follow him.
Oh,
Just,
sure.
Follow. Yeah. Goes to the back office area, opens it. Birdie is not in today at this current moment, but you see this fellow goes over to a little box that's just goes over to this workshop table and just takes out a couple of tinker's tools, just so ear protection. You say tiny stuff.
Yeah, real tiny stuff.
We're looking for comfort or practicality.
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 Do I notice any amulet of protection out and about?
Roll me a perception check or investigation of your choice.
Around. Around. Lying on the counter.
Listen, this is
in five-finger territories. One could say.
17. Amulet of protection. What type of protection are you looking for?
One that I maybe saw the other day around a particular perp that we brought in.
What kind of protection? Looking
the
for
one specifically that our other Howard friend was wearing.
The periaptive wound closure?
That was wound closure, so that was healing.
Yeah.
So wound closure, not protection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's after your protection fails, you use that amulet.
Yeah.
If the protection didn't work,
There are a couple of different pendants along the wall. You can't tell if any of them are specifically magical or not, or if they are going to be imbued with magic later, as this hobgoblin individual seems to be crafting up a storm going on here for
What a
practicality.
dude. What a man.
Nice.
what a man, what a man,
All
what
right.
a man.
Yeah, something that you wouldn't be able to see real easy that I'm wearing. But
Alright,
really
something that either blends in with the ear or something that goes inside the ear. You looking for full deafness or just muted?
Let's be safe. Let's go full death.
Full
I got
deaf?
this little
Alright,
worm
that
guy.
one I can actually work on a little easier now.
It's a little worm.
Just talking over the noise.
Yeah.
My current hyperfixation today!
Hello.
Essentially what you get
everybody.
are a couple of
Let me
not
tell you
quite
about it.
cups,
I didn't say
but
it.
they are
I didn't say it.
they are relatively small items that you can just cover over your ears. They're not earmuffs that go over. They're just individual
I got
cups that you put
close
over it and can help essentially deafen.
Are they very obvious though?
No, he went for subtlety on that. They essentially look like normal ears that you're just putting the coverings over.
Okay, I like that.
Sound.
These
Yeah.
would do perfectly how much you want for.
For something like that, I'm going to be asking for about, friend of the boss, 35 gold.
35.
7,000.
You're asking for a magic item.
You're killing me.
Look, the fact that this thing doesn't do anything wholly beneficial, it actually makes you worse for a regard, is why it's so fucking cheap. But it's still a magic item. You have to understand there's still business going on here.
I'm about 30 and I recommend people to you.
persuasion check.
For 5 gold? You're bartering over 5
Yes.
gold?
That would be
For
that one.
exposure.
Nat 1?
For exposure, Birdie.
Was that not one?
Therapy?
For
I'm sorry, did you say you were going to pay me
To the
and
list.
exposure? Listen, I
I
don't
need
know
a lot
what
of
deal.
people.
That
I don't
one?
know what type of deals you normally do with Miss Birdie. But I don't play those games quite as easily, you understand?
Aye.
And I got a little bit of integrity going here. For 5 fucking gold?
Hey, I could have asked for 10. That was nice.
The price has gone up.
Yeah.
But I'll take out 35 gold and I'll put it on the counter.
Yeah.
I've been doing business with you.
Yeah, don't fucking try
We'll
to
see
scam
if I
me again
can-
out of that sort of shit.
Don't worry, you
We'll
won't
see
see
if I
me
can.
again. I'll hit another place.
Oh no, what'll I ever do if one bartender in town doesn't talk about us? Oh no, what's poor Crow gonna fucking do if he doesn't get a fucking recommendation?
I look at the shop, how some of the boards are off its hinges, and I'm like,
We're working on it.
mm-hmm.
I know mending, I can deal with it.
Yes, I already got it.
Wait, is this guy's name Crow?
Catastrophe Crow.
Interesting.
Alright. And yeah. As we're going to pivot to we're gonna pivot over to Shaq. What are you doing in this 2 weeks of downtime?
I think Ruby probably gets back into her normal kind of routine, you know, solving some small cases that come by, going down to the diner, you know,
To see the person you definitely don't have a crush on.
see the person that she definitely does not have a crush on. Yeah, I'd say probably, like, that case is closed.
Yep.
Gone.
Sounds good.
This is what I do with every case.
It's out of my head now.
Out of my head.
Yeah.
I think maybe probably the first time that I was in the diner, I was probably like, oh my fucking god, Colt, you would not believe the day that I've had.
T.
You're like, oh well, now you have to tell me. No, I have to know.
Go ahead.
Oh my,
If you would like to roleplay.
oh my god, it was exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been down to, I don't know the name of the club, but there's some singers. Scarlet?
I don't know.
Didn't think you would. But anyways, get hired for this gig, right? Team
Right.
up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm used to working alone,
Right.
but no, add in a couple more people this time.
Mhm.
Not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Just some detectives that went missing investigating a husband possibly cheating on his wife.
Oh my god.
Right? Well, here's the shit. Not cheating on his wife.
Oh.
Way fucking worse. Man was involved in some cult shit.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm talking, I saw, they
crazy.
were the most disgusting things
Uh-huh.
I have ever seen.
Yeah.
They were these, these weird, like Warforged, but instead of the wood,
Uh-huh.
it was like muscle.
Oh.
It was the nastiest
That's so
thing
gross.
I have, thank you, love. Nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life. The
Mhm.
sounds on that thing.
Gosh, that sounds
The
horrible.
Donnie, you know Donnie, right? Hangs around town.
Oh yeah, he comes in here every so
Yeah,
often.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
Donnie. Oh,
Yeah.
that kid knows everybody.
He was working with us. I know him from around, but that's my first time working with him. He's not too bad.
He comes in every once in a
Yeah,
while.
he's not too bad. He gets it done,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But
I get something done.
God, fucking
Woo!
fucking cops, I tell ya. Sharn Watch,
Uh-huh.
they don't do shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've heard you rant about that on more than one occasion, so.
Yeah, well, you know my opinions on that.
I do. I've heard plenty, and I'm pretty sure Jerry back there also knows who's the cook in the back.
Yeah.
Don't you, Jerry? Yeah.
See, Jerry's heard me yell. But enough about me and my work. How you been doing, Cole?
Oh, you know, just working as hard as I can, paying bills.
That's the fucking thing, ain't it?
I feel like most of the time, that's really all I do is just work all day long. I wish I had a hobby. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
You hear from the back, this, like, Jerry just saying, like, hey, we got waffles for table 7! As it's just this, like, little halfling has to go up onto a step stool, but he's got, like, this massive, like, handlebar mustache and a little bit of a gut going on. He's like,
90% mustache.
yeah, 90% mustache.
This
Like-
man is every line cook.
Yes.
Shoved into it.
100%. Come in. She's gonna go actually do her job.
Yeah.
Ruby will probably like look through some notes on a current case.
Really?
Just
Yeah.
some domestic dispute, whatever else.
Right. Would you take your mail to the like keep that in your office, or would you end up doing do that one when you're on break at these like diners?
It probably depends. I feel like my office is pretty close to the diner.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like office is maybe up here. I'll just like walk downstairs. Like
Okay.
might as well check it down here if
Yeah.
I'm working on other shit.
Yeah, just whenever you're done at the diner, essentially. If you want to continue having conversations, or if just cool. At some point, you're done with the diner. You do get a envelope in the mail. Message to you.
We didn't read much.
You didn't immediately read what you received.
I can't read.
You're fucking slut for physical
Emulate.
props.
I can't read.
These words can't stop
I
me.
didn't think that was going to be the hardest part for Christian specifically, because while I know you like physical props, tragically, I'm good at writing.
Where's the pictures, Belle? Like,
I'm so sorry.
I like your words, Magic Man.
There's no pictures.
Alright. And I believe that will also probably pivot to Colt at the moment as you finish dealing up with your diner experience. Is there anything else you're doing throughout the 2 weeks?
Probably. So I like to think that Colt works at the diner
Mhm.
every other night,
Yeah.
and Scarlett sings every other night, so she
Mhm.
effectively doesn't have a day off.
Right.
She's either working like graveyard shift singing
Mm-hmm.
or waitressing, and then singing, and then waitressing, and then every once in a while, Splice will have something to do,
Yeah.
and then maybe like once a month
Mhm.
on like a weekend, Red God will make an appearance,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I doubt that it's this weekend or maybe maybe it is. I don't know, but I feel like that's like
Up
her
to you in
day-to-day.
that regard.
Yeah, I feel like that's Puck's day to day.
Sure thing. I'm gonna say since you're actually working, you probably do get like your wages through like the 2 weeks. You get your little performance tips on those days. When you come home after a graveyard shift one time, you do find that there is a letter, that there is a mail person actually starting to put something into your door.
Oh yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, hello. Apologies. As the male person actually flashes their, like this normal human-looking man, their eyes turn like alabaster white with like a little surrounding on the eyes, just turns alabaster white. Correct?
Yes, and then she's gonna do the same thing back.
You're welcome. Okay. Right. And I guess with that, is there anything else, or is it just working for the 2 weeks?
I feel like that's really all Puck does is like work, and then
I bet it is.
hide identities, work, like continue to like do her thing. Colt wasn't lying when she said she doesn't really have hobbies.
Fair.
Maybe it's like call up Adonis, see if he's doing anything at some point.
Yeah.
Just hang out.
Donnie, bored? You want to play Peggle? I got Peggle.
I know we want to come over and play hobby. Get high and play Peggle.
All right.
Keep calling me while high
The
again.
best night.
Yes.
It really is.
It is an experience.
It's so much fun.
It's delightful.
That reminds me, the other day, I got high and played Peggle, obviously, and I beat like 3 of the levels we were having like troubles with. It was such a good
Wonderful.
You are
The high, the euphoria.
Always, I'm totally always open to you inviting me over to play Peggle.
Every single time I do, I always go, should I invite someone? Matthew, you should do that."
Refocusing.
Yes, refocusing.
As we will turn over to Robin, what are you doing throughout those 2 weeks?
I have a job.
Yeah.
I can't take time off. I have to do police stuff.
Fair.
Yeah.
So I have to. I imagine, I go into my office, my cubicle, whatever I have, my
Yeah.
piles and piles of paperwork.
Yeah.
Whether I'm doing
You have
cold
a
case stuff or
A
I'm doing
report to do.
Yeah.
active reports,
Yeah. Working on paperwork and just
I have to
like
fill out reports.
every once in a while you go out into the field and actually have to investigate things.
I think I don't know if I prefer cold cases that I can like take my time with, so to say, or if I do prefer active casework. But either way, it's paperwork. It's
Fair
all
enough.
paperwork.
All right.
So I'm stuck at my desk just filling out forms, writing reports, and mainly just trying to wrap up the Howard stuff. You know, it's like arrest record.
Fair enough. And as you're working on your paperwork throughout the day, somebody comes by with like another stack of papers, just kind of like, hey, Carouse, something for you.
Because she's a physical props, as she proceeded to not read it.
I can't read.
Now, I'm gonna read it to you.
No, I got it. I looked at the board.
As this person with the papers just continues down the line, handing out files to various other members of the police. And that's just kind of how you end up spending your days.
We don't have jobs.
I have a job.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can afford to take time off.
Ruby's,
We got
Ruby's
gig-
hobby is drinking. Drinking and totally not flirting with the cute waitress, but thinking about it.
Fair.
You definitely are. Flirting with the cute waitress. Yeah, at least the cute waitress thinks so. So long as the cute waitress,
This is gonna be my scrapbook.
Yay.
as long as the cute waitress thinks I'm flirting with her, we're good.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
She knows.
All right. And, well, with that, I think with this, everyone will also get a secondary letter coming in through the mail for each of you. You don't have a mailbox, so someone has to go and find you.
I feel
Do
like
I get downtime?
do you get your do you
I
send
thought
your
that
mail
was
to
your downtime, and
house?
I asked if you wanted more.
Oh no, because that was like the scene was right after. So over the 2 weeks, I actually.
What did you want to do in your 2 weeks?
Oh, okay.
You're allowed to use
mischief.
my mailbox, by the way.
You're also allowed
I
to
feel
use
like
my
you've
mailbox.
kind of like just started putting my
You
address on
send
there.
your-
Yeah, well, I think a lot of my downtime I am going to go annoy you guys.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
Sounds good.
So,
Sounds good.
but the first thing is the day after, I want to go back to Ferris Finders
Mhm.
and talk with Ferris and just be like, hey, so I wasn't like 100% forthright with you. I do have additional information. However,
Ferris is not there the next day.
Ooh.
Put the squeeze on.
That's not good.
okay. I was gonna show him those papers. My lily pad, could you contact
How you doing,
me
Sue?
or my associate Ruby, who would contact me the next time Ferris is in? I would actually really like to tell him about those papers that we discussed, but I think I should be the one to tell him.
Sure,
I
I
would really
can-
like to consult with him. I think that was a good idea.
Yeah. What's a good place to get a hold of you? Do you have like a message stone or anything like that? Do you end up?
I have the cantrip message, but that only works like 100 feet.
Right, very limited.
I'll give you Ruby Andrews, PI, Jessica Jones office.
Sure.
I heard she has a desk.
Sure thing.
I hear.
Carouse
You
doesn't.
have a desk.
Yeah.
Carouse doesn't. So, if I can't do that, because I basically wanted to beat her to telling him, but now I've kind of smoothed over that she won't tell him.
Yeah.
She hopefully doesn't think I took this. I don't recognize these names. Fairlock, and I know Taint and Tane. So basically, I want to figure out who is this letter coming from and who is it supposed to be going to.
Coming from
Gawain?
Celeria Irtane.
No, so I have Dear
Yeah,
The family's
Dear
here.
Gawain Fairlock. Do I
Yep.
know any? Who is that?
that's the poker player that Linda was
That
talking
is the
about.
poker player.
Yes.
Gotcha. And then Lady Tane
Yep.
is inviting them to the thing.
Correct.
Okay, Fairlock is from a distant country. I.
It's like the next country over, but that's
But
still like
still.
a good
Canada.
couple hundred
But
miles.
still, this. Because, like, I'm basically, like, looking at this, like, I would like to get invited. I'm sure it will eventually happen,
Yeah.
but
In that satchel was like a little invitation slip.
okay.
Like that is the
Gotcha.
invitation.
So, I'll let you know what I want to do, and you'll let me know how maybe I can achieve it.
Sure thing.
I have false identity and
Yep.
actor.
Correct.
I want to make a false poker player identity.
Sounds good.
So I want to basically be rumored to be as good as this Fairlock.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Cool. So I would
deception, and forgery kit proficiency.
Okay.
Just 2 different rolls.
Yeah. So you said 2 different rolls.
Yep.
So my deception.
And since you are trying to be somebody else, I imagine you are also using the actor feat that gets you
Yeah,
advantage on
after
that?
I need to like imitate someone, there's really no one I'm imitating. I'm basically
Yeah, you
gonna
are
be
essentially
Adonis.
trying to pick up an accent as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
imagine.
Adonis with a fake mustache.
Sounds good.
Right? So 17 plus 8 for the deception.
Yep.
Blonde mustache.
And then 15 plus you said proficiency with my
Forgeries kit.
which is 15, 16, 17.
Cool.
So.
Yeah. And let's roll with an insight check to try to pick up an accent.
Okay. 1.
Oh
Yeah,
no. Oh no.
Okay. So the accent is a little harder to do. Well, you're trying to be somebody else. You are gathering information. You have 2 weeks to do this.
Yeah.
I would assume that you would be taking your time. So it's probably taking you a little bit harder of a time to start picking up a
Basically, my false
believable
identity is gonna be
accent.
Franklin Adonis.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's just flipping the
Franklin,
names.
comma, done.
Yeah.
So, and I feel a little bad because since I'm last, well, I'm not taking anyone's time. But I would like to think that this is probably the most amount of money Adoni has ever come into. And he usually probably would spend his money on like budget suites, day-to-day rentals. But he's like sitting there, and he was just like part of a team. And I would like to think he actually is getting a little lonely. So he might show up to your office and just be like outside, but then like dunk, 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 dunk.
I regret this. I shouldn't have knocked. I should have done.
Come in.
I'm like, and let's go, Ruby, my old pal, my old friend. Long time no see.
Yeah, hey Donnie, what can I do for you?
Well, I was just thinking that went remarkably successful for both of us, and I was thinking if Andrew's PI had any opening spots for contract work, if you would like to be, if you ever need,
Really?
under. I mean, I would like to think all 5 of us made a good team, and I'm just looking for people to watch out for my back. I can watch out for theirs. That was very lucrative, and I would like to think that I have certain let's call them skills that would be very useful to you. Additionally, and I would let you know about everything I basically got out of Linda, about additional cases that you might be working on. I would tell you about the script that was, basically all the information. So now the whole group, I'll eventually give it to all of you guys, but I want
You can assist, sure.
Yeah, but I don't hide information, so I just be like, blabbing your ear off, blah blah blah, and yeah.
It's like background noise while I'm working.
Yeah.
Alright, well I've got a runaway and the cheating wife if you want in on either one of those.
I'll take the cheating wife.
Alright, I'll hand you the case file.
So you
Flash
are
forward.
probably
She cheated on him with me. I fucked up. The instructions were unclear.
It's me.
Don't worry.
my name.
I have evidence that she is cheating.
And
How?
like,
Don't ask.
As I'm like
I can't tell you.
leaving
Don't be
out,
mad.
I would like stop and just like put my head and be like, by the way, they're a changeling, and I close the door.
The wife? Yeah.
You're like, it's not my
The
notes.
runaway or?
Which one? The wife?
I'm like, I start looking through my files. I'm like,
Which one's a changeling?
I just put it on a sticky note, stick it in a drawer in the desk. I'll figure out what the fuck that means later.
Alright, I
What's the
guess.
context? The context.
Alright.
But yeah, that's basically mine. I'd go to like your clubs, I'd share a drink, and I'd go
Yeah.
see Red God perform.
I'd let you know that I
Yeah.
have. Maybe
You have a
some
standing
special, like,
invitation.
earmuffs as well.
And
Yeah,
Red
you-
God
you-
is.
you-
And like, if you get invited to any of the national and stuff, I got earmuffs. I want you to wear. All right?
Sure.
You don't go in there.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
And essentially Linda does like send some missives towards your office for Adonis.
Okay.
Essentially talking about like, hey, I understand there's some crucial information. Ferris has been knee deep in trying to investigate a case he's on. If you would be willing to drop off the papers at some time, it might just be easier for him on that regard. Essentially saying that he's essentially, after the information you guys gave him, he has been like doubling down, borderline exhausting himself trying to find the information on these cults. Until one day, there's an invitation not an invitation, but a letter addressed to you and Adonis, Robin, Chase, and Hannah.
Oh my gosh.
Essentially
I
saying,
love that.
hey, come to the office. Ferris finders.
Oh, shit.
Oh man, I'm back in call this.
Donnie, use my mailbox again.
I don't have one.
From the shower.
I thought it was a company mailbox.
Are you in my shower? It's wonderful. This water pressure is amazing.
Is this your shower head? This is great.
Is this a new shower head?
I've been crashing on your couch. I have all new friends. that's the type of friend I am.
You've essentially become Sean from Psych at this point, is what I'm picturing.
Wait, I'm getting something.
We need to go to the office.
I'm like,
You need
alright,
to go to the
they want
office.
us back in at Finders.
Here we go again.
Back to the fucking pits.
Alright, so sounds like you two are going. You going? You
If I'm
going?
at the lunch, I'll just drop first.
I mean, as soon as I get the letter, I'm gonna head over there and essentially just have like a little moment with him. Be like, okay, did you sign my paperwork?
As we're walking to the Ferris Finders, I'd be like, so Ruby, tell me everyone you know with red hair.
Every
Robin, are you going?
So there's
I got
really
time.
waitress.
Yeah. Well, because
there's
again,
this-
I think that's why I do like cold
Like,
cases.
oh,
just so I
is
have
it that?
time
I mean, I'm
to do like mob shit if need be. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I know
it's
two
like I specialize
singers.
in cold cases.
One
Why?
waitress.
It's easier.
Yeah.
It gives me more time.
I'm not actively getting into a firefight with a serial killer or some shit like that. I just find the serial killer 20 years later.
Well, it's not so much that. It's more like, you know, I can't really be in the middle of something and then the mob calls and goes like, hey, we need you to take care of this. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm putting this investigation on hold. If it's a cold case, it's already cold.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Fair.
You know? So then I can be like, all right, pack up my shit, go talk to these people, you know, go do this job for them. So
Mhm.
I think I do that.
freezing cases.
The freezing cold cases.
As eventually all
Fridge.
5 of you show up.
Yep.
Wait, is it before or after I confront him and say you need to sign my NDA for it to work?
Sign my suspicious
You don't get the opportunity to talk to him about signing the NDA.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh no.
And then as you guys walk in and I think you would be the first one to show up.
Specifically for the paper talk.
Yeah,
You
specifically
hear
for the paper
me
talk.
telling Donnie about all the redheads I know, because I've already previously mentioned Spike and Hannah, because he knows them, and then I'm like talking about like, oh yeah, no, but there's this waitress, I guess, at the diner I...
Just like, am I about to beat
Oh.
your ass?
I'm always looking for a good diner spot. What diner do you go to? You know what I mean? If we need to work a case
kill you.
together, I need to know where to find you. 2 cops on the job.
Yeah, right.
Just
I,
two
what the fuck was it called?
Slippery coin.
Wrong Weasel Estate.
Wrong
Yeah,
Weasel
WWE.
I
Slippery Coin is for Scarlet.
That's for Hannah. Yeah, come on.
I can't keep up.
You're good.
I am too steady. That's how good I am.
I guess you could join sometime. It's Wrong Weasel Estate, but the the waitresses there they're pretty nice. Yeah, I mean,
Pretty cool.
yep.
So yeah, you probably
Down
show up first, Hannah.
Bad.
They're pretty nice. They have
With
beautiful eyes.
Yeah, they got.
you walk into the office and you're just like, you turn to Linda, hey, can I talk to Ferris? Just like, that's. I got bad news about
What?
that, darling.
What?
Uh,
He literally just sent me a piece of mail. So what are you talking about?
No, that wasn't him.
Was that you?
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you send me mail for?
Oh.
Best if everyone shows up first. Give me a sec.
Oh my god, did he die? I mean, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Just shouting. Oh my god, did he die?
Yeah, I think you guys walk in. Yes,
You
this
guys
is
probably
really cute.
do
Yes,
hear
there's,
that.
there's this one really cute waitress I know.
Oh my god, did he die? No.
What
Oh
is
my
happening?
god, I'm so sorry, Linda. Oh Jesus.
It's worse than that, darling. I mean, he's dead, yes, but it's worse than
How
that.
is it worse than death?
And as I assume you guys come in,
Yeah, the sob
To this,
fest
yeah.
happening.
This is why I do cold cases. I don't want to deal with this.
You're like, oh
Linda,
god.
mascara down the fucking cheeks,
Oh, God, my
puffy
girlfriend.
eyes, shaking heavily, just
Make your
saying,
girlfriend.
okay,
Fucking, I hate you.
this way. leads you into Ferris's
Extra.
office.
This way.
Leads you into Ferris's office, where there's Ferris in the chair. No head.
Oh, hey, a corpse.
Oh.
Blood on the wall,
Shit.
written out in some weird symbols.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Same
Hey.
symbols that were from your journal,
Hey,
or at least similar language.
I can tell it's deep speech.
Linda, darling, do you know what that says?
As that's where we're gonna end this session for tonight.
Ah, shit.
Oh.
I don't.
Oh, cool.
Oh no! I had more
Oh.
time.
So no head?
Boom! And that's where Rachel will in the future.
Hard cut.
Hard cut.
No black.
Yeah.
No black.
Yeah, no fade to black, no credits,
No credits.
nothing.